get you down. All my girls, they got yeast infections too. I probably gave it to them, to be honest.
We were saying the stream stopped again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, your stream dead.
No. Oh, I'm crying. Why would my stream be dead? Not the best part. Oh, that's got to be for her, surely. I'm checking.
No, it's I looked at it too. It's dead.
No, what's going on? That's excellent. Bro. It's back on now. Oh, we're back. Did Lydia see the whole thing or
not?
Yeah, I think so.
It's probably Luke's coughing that's
It's probably what it is.
That's killing it.
Oh my god, dude, that had me crying.
It brings it back to life.
When you what?
When Luke coughs, it kills the stream. When I cough, it brings it back to life.
Thank you for just keep it alive, please.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, is Lydia still in chat? Or she lose it? Yeah, okay, good. Lydia says, why did he sing yeast infection? Oh my god, it kept going. That's a good one. That's just good stuff. I'm so happy we watched that together. Thanks, guys. All right, now let's do this. Let's do that. Whew, and we're back. Okay. Dude, what a good way to start the stream. 3 hours into the stream. Stream's messing up, but we're laughing. Right, Luke? We're laughing.
No, I wanted to get off at 2, and I've already been here for an hour. We gotta get started.
Great. I'm ready to start. Right now.
All right.
All right, you ready? All right, guys, we're gonna watch our friend Pierce Morgan, friend of the show. I don't want to get hit for slander, so just so you know, that was a joke. He's not a friend of the show, but if he wants to be, Pierce Jordanson can definitely be a friend of the show. Don't do that to me, Isaac. Don't do that.
I'd go on a lunch day with Jordan Peterson.
We're talking about Pierce Morgan. Don't tongue title me. Now.
Pierce Jordanson.
Pierce Jordanson. Now. We watched, what was it, last week? We watched some of these guys in this debate. And we're going to get a little quick recap of that debate. And then we're going to go in. And we got our favorite conservative guy here, Andrew Wilson. I'm so scared of him that it like tightened my throat. Andrew Wilson, who just recently joined up with Steven Crowder. Ooh, isn't that cool, guys? You guys love Steven.
That means he's masculine. How much is we're gonna watch? It's an hour long.
I thought you were gonna say like
we'll watch probably 2 or 3 hours worth.
Is Steve Irwin the son or is Steve Irwin the one who's dead?
Crowder.
No, the like animal guys.
No, stop. We got to start. Do you have the link?
Awesome.
Oh yeah, you don't have the link? Oh my god, dude! I literally was pressing play. I thought I sent it to you. I'm sorry. Final link. Here we go. Robert the Son. What are you talking about, Lydia? Steve the Dead. No, Robert's the son. Man, it's been so long since I've watched it. What was his name? Robb Stark is the son, and he's named after Robert Baratheon. The dad who died is not Steve. The dad is... I can't remember what the dad's name was now. It's been so long since I've watched Game of Thrones.
Stop it.
I'm waiting on Luke. Did you get the link?
I'm in the thing.
Okay, ready?
Island boy.
You're a Christian.
You're a Christian.
You say that? I haven't claimed.
Dude, it stopped working again. What the heck?
Oh, what is this? Is this a Christian
Okay,
versus atheist?
I don't know.
You don't know where you are right now.
Don't be a smartass.
Well,
and I mean,
either you're a Christian or you're not.
To you if you're a smartass.
Oh, either you're a Christian or you're not. Which one is it?
Danny, you were the smartass in the room.
I'm never joking.
Jordan.
People can see the frustration that we have with Peterson. I would say that atheists are not the only ones that are frustrated. Christians are.
We have 2 gaytheists on the panel that have said that I've
See,
bullied
like this
them.
kind of behavior. Look at this behavior.
It's called
Oh my
God, look at this behavior. This behavior is...
Luke, feel free to pause, man. Don't forget. You got
That was
full
a bar.
control, dude. That was a
Yeah,
bar,
I'll give it
right?
a 10 out of 10. Bar.
A 10 out of 10. Lady, no one's joking. He just called you a gaytheist.
Oh, you are too gay.
I thought I heard that.
Wait, I'm sorry. I thought we were
Hey,
supposed
wait,
to be
that's my
loving to
dad.
our neighbor.
You don't know what loving means.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't know what
Bring it back on.
Yeah,
I
no,
feel bad.
What, Isaac?
Isaac said, "That's my dad." I was like, "Your dad's on the panel?"
No, my Jack. What are you
Hey,
my
guy.
dad?
Hey guys, it's me, Isaac's dad.
Isaac, go back to the get your mouth back to the mic. What the heck?
Oh, I mean, I'm wearing my AirPod. That's what my microphone is.
Okay, so bring your ear back down to your mouth.
Bro, he sounds fine. It's okay. It's okay.
Sorry,
Chill.
sorry, my bad.
Leave,
Don't
leave
talk
True
over
Combo
each
leader alone.
When
Are you ready to
20
go?
committed
One.
atheists recently took on
So are you ready
Professor
to go
Jordan
lunch?
Peterson as part of Jubilee's.
Isaac! We're in the middle. We have 3,000 viewers waiting for Isaac to be quiet.
Bro, it's
Pierce
fine.
Morganson is talking.
I'm quiet, dude.
Chill.
All right, here we go. Oh,
I can't
guys,
hear the
don't you know how
video.
aggressive I am?
It's okay.
I'm
bro.
more aggressive than Pierce Morgan.
Just let it play.
Surrounded series, it's fair to say it got quite
Where do I get
intense,
the
especially
link?
for Dr. Peterson. Too.
As soon as I pressed play, he said something.
It's in the Discord.
Get him the link. Give him pause power. Give him the power to pause.
How are you letting me click on it?
Oh, no, it's not in the Discord. Hang on. I'll send it to you. I might die, but I'll send it to you.
I'm an island boy.
Dude, we're very intentionally
Oh.
professional.
Wait, I think I have the link.
That's it. Unless
Yeah,
Luke
yeah,
sent
yeah.
it.
No, I have it. It was in the long chat.
Two exchanges in particular took the internet by storm.
Okay.
So do you believe in the all-knowing, all-powerful, all-good notion of
Why? This is
God?
not working. Okay, we're working. Are you there,
What
Isaac?
do you mean by believe?
Yeah, I'm here. I think I see it live. Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, here we go.
Do you think it to be true?
That's the circular definition. What do you mean
How
when
is
you
that
say you
circular?
believe?
How is that circular?
Because you added no content to the answer by substituting the word true and believe.
I said you think it to be true.
You're a Christian.
You say that. I haven't claimed that.
Oh, what is this? Is this Christians versus atheists?
I don't know.
You don't know where you are right now.
Don't be a smartass.
Well,
and I mean
either you're a
'cause
Christian
I won't
or you're
talk
not.
to you if you're a smartass.
Oh, either you're a Christian or you're not. Which one is it?
Okay, so
Well,
you're
he's
saying
right,
that you
though. He
don't
doesn't know
believe
where he's
something
at.
if you wouldn't die for it?
Not really, no.
Don't be a smart
So
How would you define belief? Something you say?
Can I explain? Like, I could believe it is the case that this pen exists, but if someone like threatened my life, right, I would lie in order to be able to save my life, right? Like, I think you would do that too. You wouldn't lie to save your
Don't
life.
be so sure.
Don't be so
You wouldn't
sure.
lie to save your life.
Beautiful.
I think everyone should look at the title of the YouTube channel. You're probably in the wrong YouTube video,
You're really quite something, you are.
aren't I? But you're really
Don't
quite
be
nothing.
so
Right? You're not a
sure.
Christian.
I'm done.
Got him. Dude,
I'm done with him.
no one has
Get away.
ever spit in Jordan Peterson's face like that. Got him.
Jordan Peterson almost uses domain expansion.
He did what? What's he doing now?
My anti.
The good one, Luke. Go on. Thank you for finishing that.
Well, now, in the wake of that video, one of Peterson's young inquisitors posted on X, Peterson was no Christian. Let's move on. Are there any actual Christians that want to debate? Which is quite the challenge. One that, of course, we on Uncensored are only too keen to facilitate. So making their uncensored debut from the Danny Phil Talk channel, Danny Shaw, and Parker from the Parker Get a Job channel. And we've already
Parker Get a Job channel and Danny Shore from the Danny Shore channel.
Not the
Dude,
get
let me. Go ahead, Luke.
not to get a job.
Dude, let me tell you, these two they're gonna be our new favorite people. I think. I like them better than Dean.
Look
Both
how
of
cute
these
he
guys,
is.
that's for sure. What? Yeah, he's cute. This guy looks like Lydia would talk about him. Like 2 pews back. You know what I mean?
Harry's
Sunday
my
afternoon.
favorite.
Who's your favorite?
Harry.
The one that kind of looks like Isaac?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like
Harry
Dean
wishes.
and Isaac's like Harry.
Who's like
And
Dean?
Dean's like Parker. I look like Dean. Isaac looks like Harry. You look like Parker.
Who do I look
Hey,
like?
why are you guys claiming any of them?
I'm not
Because
claiming
Harry-
anybody. I just want to
What
make
is
sure I'm
it?
not Dean. Just get me off of Dean
Dean's
Dean, I
the
think
for
smart
one
Wait,
time in my
wait,
life.
Luke proudly claimed Dean.
Yeah, I love
look at-
Dean.
Right? I'm
Dean's a
Dean.
Dean's a good looking guy.
Thanks, Luke. I appreciate that. I'm
He's
not normally
okay.
comfortable with you complimenting me like that, but I like it.
You guys
actually.
have got a yeast infection?
Don't talk about that, lady. That's rude and unbecoming. This is a this is a straightforward stream.
No,
All right, man.
you can still be coming with a yeast infection.
Thanks.
I'm an island boy with a yeast.
I wasn't doubting that. I'm island boy. Got a yeast infection. Dude, I wasn't so Lydia. Tell me how wholesome that was. Come on.
That was really wholesome. I'm actually really glad you showed us that video because I saw at the beginning.
Oh
of
no!
that
Oh
video
no! Oh no!
earlier-
Lydia!
Oh.
Stop!
No. No.
Oh no, I think
saw-
Lydia's gonna say what I experienced. Like you saw that video and skipped it.
Wait,
Yeah, I saw the dude be like, "Hey, sometimes I get bored and I request whatever those things are
Cameos.
called." And I was like, that's probably funny. I ain't got the time for this
Dude.
now. And I scrolled past.
I did the
I'm
same
terrible
thing.
at this game.
I did the same
actually
thing as
really
well.
glad I got the conclusion to that.
Me
We
too.
all saw the
three of
video
us
and
saw
didn't
the video
watch
and
it.
didn't watch it. Dude was the only one who watched it.
I had
Thank
a
you for your
feeling, man.
persistence, Dean.
I had a
Thank you,
feeling it
Dean.
was
We need
gold. It was
that.
time to dig.
Yeah, I was not interested personally. I still wasn't. I didn't really
know.
find it that funny.
Yeah, no,
Look,
I
you're
know.
I realized
I'm
my
interested,
mistake.
and I'm glad I watched it. I
Yeah,
think
I'm
betting
pretty
on
upset that you wasted my time with that, but that's okay.
That's cool, Luke. You guys are welcome for giving a new inside joke for the next 10 years, but it's
I
cool,
didn't think it was
Luke.
really
It's
that
cool,
funny.
Luke.
I
You're
just feel
welcome.
like he
I know.
could have like shamed her a little more.
Yeah, how
Wait,
many more times are you gonna sing
whenever
it?
I get my first yeast infection, I'm gonna go back and watch that to like help me feel better about it.
When Lydia gets her first yeast infection, I'm gonna buy a cameo from the Da Vinci twins.
Yeah.
That's kind of based. I hope did they have an affiliate link? We got to give Island Boy affiliate yeast infection links in
Is
chat.
boy
Can we
yeast
get an affiliate link in chat, please,
crab?
for the Island
What's
Boys?
a guy yeast infection? Is it just crabs?
Butt cheese? I don't know.
What?
Crabs and a yeast infection are not the same thing, Lydia.
Yeast
No,
infection.
I'm saying what's the male version?
Well, I don't think that we have. I don't think that guys have anything that like can grow yeast.
You guys ain't growing stuff down there?
No.
I'm sorry, like anytime I had a
Some of us
disgusting
can.
bodily thing, I didn't get a cameo telling me how to be a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wipe that, kind of put some dirt in it and move on. And now these little girls, they get these videos at 19 years old being
They're
comforted by
coddled.
yeast
They're
infections.
coddled.
Jeez,
Yeah.
bro.
It's crazy.
I didn't get
I used to have to walk up a hill both ways to get my yeast infection. Girls
I used to have a
these
yeast
days get
infection
sung
in my
about
eye. I had a yeast infection in my eye, and I was just told look harder. You know what I mean?
You guys have heard about
your kid
the?
to stop licking stuff, but he really doesn't want
Don't they come from just like not washing properly?
to.
Well, they can just happen, basically
just like
from
that- Bacteria gets into the environment.
Oh my gosh,
But-
dude, that's a yeast infection right now. It's so embarrassing.
No, well, no, I googled it because I figured we'd have this conversation.
Dude, you guys hear that? He was like, actually,
no.
anyone can get one.
I did on him actually.
Not really.
Fuck.
I've never had one, so I'm gonna have to request the Island Boys to tell me how it works when I get one.
Oh, Liddy, you're an island gal. Heard about your
Don't
yeast
be sad.
infection
It's
straight
not
from hell.
not washing. Sometimes you just get it.
I feel
Don't be so sure.
Don't be so sure.
Dude, Jordan Peterson's first yeast infection. He sends a video, gets it by the Island Boys. It'd be awesome.
Thank you.
Dude.
Like, I'm not gonna
Hey,
say
we gotta
if I do
follow.
or
What's
do
up?
not have
We got
yeast infection.
Goon out with me
Maybe I-
96.
Maybe
What's
I
up?
don't. Maybe it
What
comes
is there?
from me, and maybe you just develop it. I won't
My
say.
What is their name?
What's up? First chat. We got Goon
What's their
Without Me
name?
96 from Twitch.
Hey, somebody on the chat.
It's the yeast priest.
Oh,
Their
you-
ears were burning and they came to our chat.
Are you
Oh
on?
man, a yeast priest.
Are you streaming on Twitch and the Tube?
The Lego says. I mean, he says, "Thank you, Mr. Lego, for acknowledging me."
Yeah, I am acknowledging you. Everyone's Dean doesn't know what that word is, so he's not understanding that your name is He's not understanding what your name is.
Goon
Wait,
Without
what
Me.
did you say the name
He's
was?
like Batman and Robin, and like they beat up goons. And this is a goon who's like a lonely goon who only works for himself. He robs banks by himself. It's
Yeah.
a commendable practice, really, to be a lonely gooner, if you ask me, because like
Yeah.
usually people goon together. You
Such
really
a
like when you see
lonely
goons on
goon.
movies. It's a lot of people gooning.
And it's mine.
Takes
It's the
one to
Am I wrong?
loneliest
Goon.
goon of my life.
That's beautiful.
And when you
Hey.
goon,
Isaac, you're gonna make him lose his
I
gooner.
wanna goon with you.
I do feel like
At least, I just got a gooner, dude. Can you chill?
I was a goon is like a really useful word. It really does describe certain people very well. I that word is very useful for my vocabulary to say that somebody is doing it.
It's like Luke has like 2 or 3 words that I like wish he had never learned. Goon is one of them for
It's,
sure.
it's
Really?
Gooner, no, it's Gooner and Cuck. He really loves those words. They're constant.
Well, calling someone a gooner just makes it like is a good. It's a good like I know too many people that are like that.
And like last month when Luke finally learned what chopped meant,
Oh,
I
no.
literally didn't say it a single time.
That's a
I
good
just
show.
like that.
Good show.
you were like, "Wait, have you guys ever heard of?"
I could watch
chopped?"
hours of
I was
Chopped.
like, "How do you not know
Have
what
you
that
guys-
is?" And then he used it like 5 times within
With the
that
secret
day.
ingredient?
Have you guys
I don't know
seen,
what
Yeah.
that word is.
Have you guys seen the Chopped House?
What's the chopped
My
house?
house.
Do they like do
They're
cooking
like-
challenges all the
They're
time?
like, we're all chopped.
That's all.
It's really bad.
How
it's all
is
the guys
chat
that, like,
full but
Want to go.
silent?
It's
What do
all
you
the
mean
guys that
chat
are like
full?
45 years
No,
old
it's-
that look like they're
it's
in their
the
20s.
I don't know. I
incels that
don't
are
have
combating
any
problems.
Come back. Like,
Well,
not,
people are on YouTube. You're on Twitch.
Are you dual?
but it's
Are
not
you
full.
dual streaming Twitch?
Yeah,
What
I'm
did he
streaming
ask? What
on
did
like
they ask,
4
Dean?
different ones. Whoopsies.
What did they ask?
Goons.
Oh,
Whoa.
Dean,
stream?
what was the chat?
They're asking why. What? Oh, dude, you got me killed. Look, I'm not a professional streamer yet.
What are they
I died it.
asking?
They asked how many people. Wait, there are so many people here, but they don't talk. Talking about chat. I don't have my numbers up.
Is there a lot of people in chat?
I'm only on YouTube. I don't really know.
Good people aware of that gooner.
Dang. I
Streamers
wasted my
need a
gold,
third
though.
eye. Yeah, for real.
Dang. Dang, 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 dang.
Just so
dang.
you know, Goon Without Me 96, there's about a 1 in 10 chance that you're my sister talking to me right now. They do that to me, but I'm gonna totally treat you like you're a real person. But they definitely do this to me all the time.
Sister is Palimpala.
So Autumn's not
Yeah.
in the room, so.
Yeah. See, it could be Autumn. Could be Autumn. 96. When was she born?
Wait, Dean, did you make a new Twitch account?
No, why?
Autumn's like 2005. She's not 96.
No, Autumn's actually 86.
Wait,
I
why
have
does
Don't
Dean
Smell
have
Dean.
so
I have
many
Don't Smell
viewers?
Gaming with
Why
Liam.
does Dean have so many viewers? What the heck?
How many viewers do I
See,
have?
It says 0 on mine.
On Twitch, he has 12.
Oh,
Hey,
12? Well,
dude.
12 is
I
crazy.
have one chatter.
What the heck?
not
Are
really
you guys not
crazy.
12 is insane.
What is?
Are you streaming on Twitter too?
I'm
Yeah, 12
streaming
is
on
insane for
Twitter
Twitch.
and YouTube and Kick and Twitch.
Nice.
That's gnarly.
That is.
I think it's 4. But I got my video up, so I don't have any of my stats. Like, one of my videos on full screen, I can't see the other window where I usually pull my stats.
Hey, Mr. Officer. I'm
I've
gonna
had-
go with 9. Please
I
don't pull.
normally had like 7 to 10 or whatever when I streamed a few years ago, Luke.
I don't.
Don't goon and drive, kids.
Why is the Pierce Morgan's video still on screen? Good question, because we're supposed to be watching it, but we just keep we're supposed to be reacting to it. but we started talking about the video before the Pierce Mark. We're professional reactors. Welcome. We're tended to be the likes of Hasanabi and Osmongold, kind of combined. You know, like twice their numbers, twice their success, twice their reactions. So this is just part of that twice the reaction thing, because you know they don't always react. You know, there's a whole meme about them. Ass Mangold. There's a whole meme about them not being good reactors. They just kind of sit there and say,
chemical reactions.
This is how you're supposed to react. This is just the first 5 seconds of this video, and look how much free use we've done, Luke. Do you see this, Luke?
Right.
I'm proud of us.
Click play.
Okay, I'll go click play. Here we go. Ready? Here we go.
Chemical
For them to take on two of the
That's what
most
I was saying.
notorious and fearsome debaters on the internet, who also happen to be conservative Christians. The king of blood sport debating, Andrew Wilson from the Crucible,
Andrew Wilson!
and the equally forthright author, comedian, and commentator Jay Dyer from the Jay Dyer channel. Welcome to all four of you. Well, let me start with you, Parker. Were you surprised by the reaction to what went down with Jordan Peterson?
Actually, no. I was actually
Good
expecting this to happen, as I
hate
knew
them.
before this, as I watched the Alex O'Connor debate against Jordan Peterson, that he was very, very not likely to, you know, like being associated with Christianity. So I knew actually going into this that I was going to ask him.
What? They just leave? Mid-pause?
I don't know what happened.
We lost them both. Oh, well. Oh, they're back. Maybe?
Yeah,
Let's continue.
they're probably pulling into the house.
All right.
A question specifically about whether or not he believes this to be the case, and that he would likely be not very upfront with his answer. So I actually kind of expected there to be a response like this. Now, I didn't expect it to go as viral as it did, as there are literally tens of millions of views on clips associated with mine and Danny's against Jordan Peterson all over social
Sorry,
media.
we got home and
so it's
connected to
actually
my
really
Wi-Fi.
cool.
No problem. Are you back in all the way?
I find it weird that he's saying that. He didn't expect a Jubilee video to go viral. They all do.
Yeah, all the good ones do.
Yeah, it's kind of
They're
weird.
the best.
To see
good
that,
content to
everyone
react to.
across the board, whether it be Christians, atheists, Muslims, right, etc., actually see that like he's really not wanting to answer the question there because he doesn't want to be associated with Christianity for some reason.
And Danny, I mean, you were the smart ass in the room.
Stop coughing into the mic.
What's been your reaction to the fallout?
I'm generally happy that that people can see the frustration that we have with Peterson. I would say that atheists are not the only ones that are frustrated. Christians are, right? Here we have Peterson saying things like, yeah, I think Jesus might have resurrected, but I don't know what that means. Yeah, I might be a Christian in some sense. I'm a one-of-a-kind Christian. It's all wishy-washy. We're all frustrated. And I think that the video is the culmination of that.
Luke, put your hand over the mic, please. It sounds like you're coughing directly into it. Like, do like this. Go like, and just put your hand over the mic. You know what I mean? It's just the way my headphones are picking it up. It's like louder than the video. And we have thousands of viewers right now, and you're coughing on our thousands of viewers. And COVID just went away. And you know, Taylor Lorenz says COVID is still a threat.
Coming from being the Cough King.
I don't. What?
That frustration.
Okay, well, the good news, like I told you, is we found two far
What the
from shy
heck?
Christians.
Who did that?
To take you on.
Did you guys do that on purpose?
What's up?
Did you speed up the video?
What video?
Pierce
Morgan
guys,
Uncensored?
you're killing me.
Well, see, you don't understand. Both Christians and atheists are frustrated with how Jordan Peterson was acting. He was being all wishy-washy and saying stuff like he doesn't know.
Did you
if,
speed
like,
it
he
up, or I'm gonna
was-
have to restart the whole thing and figure out what's going on? Those things really stress me out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I sped it up.
I just want to make sure I didn't, because I've done like 7 things to make sure that these are working. I can't tell if it's my pedal messing up or not. Because I just had to unplug my tablet because somehow my tablet was interfering with my pedal. So now I can't do my
Pierce.
shortcuts on OBS to quickly check my stuff.
Pierce doesn't want you to react to this.
Yeah, apparently not.
I think that the video is the culmination of that frustration.
Okay, well, the good news, like I told you, is we found two far from shy Christians to take you on in this arena. Andrew Wilson, let me start with you. What was your reaction to these two and their showdown with Jordan Peterson?
I mean, I kind of have to agree with Danny a little bit. It's like, he, you know, like people have been wanting this guy to take the position on whether he's a Christian or not a Christian forever. On
Okay,
the
then
right,
what are we
the
doing
left,
here?
Center, basically across the board. Now, I'll always be in some ways grateful to Jordan Peterson. He was one of the first who kind of started the trend of standing up to the pronouns people, which was pretty epic to watch. But
Oh, bro, it's so epic.
ultimately,
Pretty epic to
you know,
watch.
it's kind of a shell of his former self.
When did
didn't
he
look
stand up to
great,
the pronouns people? I don't remember
going through that
him
debate.
doing
It
that.
looked kind of run down.
Well, the
I think
pronouns
that
people were really
him being-
tough and scary, and they needed someone to stand up to him. And Jordan was that man.
Bro, it's
Luke, I'm doing
epic.
so bad at Fortnite time. This is terrible.
No,
Yo,
bro,
but for real,
you
when
don't
did he?
understand. Just be epic like Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, dude.
Gamer moment.
What?
Wait, do you not know about this? There's
Oh,
somebody
kill
who's
him.
like, I'm a pronoun person, and Jordan like knocked him out. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. He had been at the gym for like weeks.
Jordan Peterson at the gym.
Goon Without Me says the pronoun people are in his nightmares. Didn't wait? I actually forgot that. Didn't he get his start with pronoun stuff? I'm actually completely forgetting this.
No, you got to start with make your bed in the morning, right?
Goon Without Me. She's an 11. Wait. We'll have to see.
I hate these new pistols.
being on with the Daily Wire probably hasn't been great for him. He's not kind of
True.
he doesn't have the kind of edge that he used to have.
Who's pausing it? Is that you guys?
What?
Seriously, just answer if you're goofing. Just say you're goofing.
No.
Yeah, I'm not.
Isaac.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing anything.
So just say no so I can move forward. I don't know what's happening. It
I
keeps
didn't realize
pausing on
what
its
you're
own.
asking.
But ultimately, I mean, I was actually kind of glad to see it. You know, it's about time we know: are you or aren't you? You know, get off the shit or get off the pot. Essentially, right? Are you a Christian or aren't you a Christian? That's
Yeah,
a
he's
fair
not wrong.
question.
And Jay, I mean, ultimately, these two young men on the panel today, they're sworn atheists. You obviously are not. So if you were actually conducting a debate about their atheism against your Christianity, how would you take them on, given what happened to Jordan?
Bro, it depends on what you mean.
Dude, Goon Without Me just gave a great compliment, guys. This is the best podcast stream thing ever because there's too much going on, but it's okay. You know, that's kind of what I was thinking too, so I'm glad you said that.
But it is. It's okay.
Sorry, buddy. You need to go watch more podcasts like the Joe Rogan Experience before you say something like that. But all right.
Hey, can you
I
guys
don't
please stop
even know what that was
working
supposed to
before
mean,
we don't
Luke.
endorse?
Pierce. Depends on what you mean. You know,
Yours.
how would I take them on? Well, I think there's a lot of different ways
That
that
wasn't
you
even very
could
good.
critique.
That's offensive, bro. Wait, he can't
Did you
help
pause
that he
it there,
talks
Luke?
like that. No.
Oh my God, why is it pausing like that?
An atheist position. Most
Lydia?
of the time, I argue
You're
from
on my
the three
right.
branches of philosophy: epistemology, metaphysics, and ethics. Those are just the three branches of any worldview, and everybody has a worldview, whether they know it consciously or not. So I would critique the foundations of the atheist materialist worldview to see if it's rational, if it's coherent, if it can provide a justification for knowledge or ethical oughts. So I think that would have been a much better route. In fact, Peterson used to kind of
Whoops.
take that approach when he
Isaac. Yeah, how was he supposed to not be too on that?
I'm playing too much over Marvel Rivals. I'm getting destroyed.
debated
That's just
Sam
a
Harris.
variable.
He would call out the is-ought problem with Sam Harris. When he debated Matt Dillahunty, he would call out the exact same types of preconditions for a worldview issue
what's
that I used to
happening
do,
right
or I usually do. So I think that'd be a better route than just sort of having this ambiguous, Jungian position.
Yo, his voice is gonna put me to sleep if he doesn't pick it up. I'm glad that he's the one who says gaytheist, because that's a great. I did. As a proud gaytheist, Lydia, and as an up and coming gaytheist yourself, I'm really actually wearing the gay atheist thing with a badge of pride. You know what I'm saying? Lydia? Oh, good. Whenever Lydia doesn't say anything, her silence means something, and it means I agree with Dean.
No.
Oh, she's back.
And of non-committal, whatever it is.
Do not like the term gay.
I would say to you, Parker and Danny, that I've interviewed Jordan Peterson a lot, maybe 5-6 times.
If you're a gay atheist and want to call yourself that, I'm not gonna. I have no place to tell you what you're allowed to call yourself.
Like, yes, absolutely, but I don't appreciate the little conservative baby going, wait, have to throw insult because my words aren't.
It's not an insult. Wait, what if he's a gay atheist and he didn't want to like use that many words?
He meant it in an insulting way from his tone.
We'll see. Maybe he just like was talking to a gay atheist and was quick on. Like if I call Dean a gamer, like I'm not trying to be rude. I just want to say a streamer and gamer.
He's just whining because he's a
streamer.
smooth brain and he doesn't have a good enough argument, so he has to say something offensive to try to get the guy like off the point.
No.
You guys ever notice that the word gamer is like gay more? Like more gay? I think it's a CIA psyop.
Okay.
Disagree with Andrew about him losing his edge. I think he's still got the edge. I also think that putting aside the whole debate about Christianity and whether he is or not, and he's always been oddly ambiguous about it to someone who's so unambiguous about everything else. But that's his right. He's entitled to do that. As a force for good, though, for young men, I do think that in comparison, for example, to Andrew Tate.
It's his right, but like he went on a stream called 20 Atheists versus a Christian.
No.
So like
no.
He got them to switch the title and post.
He switched the title and
but
post.
he agreed to go on this thing saying he's a Christian. And like, yes, it's his right to not say he is or isn't a Christian if he was just walking around everyday life. But when you
Jordan,
go, I'm gonna be the one Christian, but I won't say I am.
Jordan is a anti-atheist. He's an atheist. He doesn't believe you can be atheist.
Gosh.
So he was excited to go on to debate atheists, but I don't know if they were honest with him.
Then he should have gone on Jubilee, person debating atheist, not one Christian versus 20 atheists.
Yeah, she's the only girl. She just has a lot of voices.
You should hear her pinky voice.
I was
Too
literally
pinky.
about to say that.
Too pinky. Who's pinky?
It's a Sprunky, because Liam's making a Sprunky movie and he's the director, and he's fired me at least 50 times because he hates my pinky voice so much.
Let me hear your pinky voice.
No, it's like just really purposely obnoxious to piss him off.
Lydia, is it the Queeby voice? Because I'm gonna be very offended if it's the Queeby voice. You're supposed to save that.
I say I'm pinky.
That's the Queeby voice, Lydia. That's the Queeby voice. You said that you were gonna use that for me. My cartoon that we're making. That's completely different from Sprunky. It's called Queeby.
Who is Queeby?
He's a yellow version of Mickey Mouse. You don't remember this?
Oh no, he's more like this.
No. Don't try and sweet Queeby me now, Lydia.
I've been fired from my pinky job.
Yeah, you're about to get fired for your Queeby job.
Hey, that's a pinky job.
That's so dumb. All right, let's watch this Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson. It's not even a year. What's his name?
Before we click play again, I just want you guys to know, it makes me abundantly happy every time we pause because I know it's really upsetting Luke. And I just want to say thank you, everyone, for pausing.
Well, you know, it is fair use, and I think we're the fairest of them all. You know what I'm saying?
Are you sure it isn't free use? I heard about that.
Ooh, what's free use? No. I know you've heard about that. I understand that you've heard about that. We all know you've heard about that, Isaac. We don't want to hear about it. Wait, Crypto? The super dog? Hi, he's so cute. Is he gonna kill me or something? He's gonna kill me or something? This guy's gonna kill me?
This is insane.
I just want to see Crypto.
Oh, there's Lukey Bear.
He's coughing somewhere.
Just kidding. Luke, what was the dog doing?
What the dog do?
Are you trolling? He's like an item.
What was I supposed to do?
You had to. He's like, oh, look, you're about to see. Watch.
You throw his little bone and he like busts through structures.
Oh, so this is evil music in my ear. He's trying to kill me.
No, not crypto. After
Got it now,
crypto's
yeah.
down, he's
Crypto-
not doing anything bad.
Okay, so what was the evil music?
That was the bot. Okay.
What's the... Yeah, that noise. What's that?
I don't hear
This is
shit.
this... What the heck is this thing? What is she doing? She just put her like ass on my face and started shooting like Tomb Raider. There's two puppies on the screen. This is crazy. No, I immediately am like dying on drop because I'm like half paying attention. I'm trying to be fair use for or free use for Pierce Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Peterson has been a far better influence over the minds of young men of your kind of age than someone like Andrew Tate would ever be. Would you agree with that, Parker?
I actually would agree with that, although the bar is literally in hell.
Yeah, that's fair.
But, I mean, you must see some positives in the general messaging that Jordan gives for young men about wanting to improve their lives, wanting to empower themselves, you know, opening up and so on. And do you accept that about him?
I think it's good to open up, and I think it's good for like men to like want to improve their lives, but we also need to be very specific on like what is improving towards their lives. And I honestly don't think that like Jordan Peterson, like within all respects, would be upholding that. But sure, I can say he's better than someone like Andrew Tate. Like I think that's, you know, pretty obvious.
Danny, what's your view of Andrew Tate and Jordan Peterson when it comes to that?
Pretty obvious.
Because I am convinced.
What is he talking about?
He's saying that he'd rather people follow Jordan Peterson than follow Andrew Tate.
I know, I understand what Pierce is saying. I'm saying, what are the things that he says that are bad, like for you? Like, what are the things that he supports that's bad for like your brain?
Wait, are you talking about Andrew Tate?
No, I don't know. I don't know of a single take. Well, not everything Andrew says is bad. It's just that Andrew's like a criminal. But
what did he say that was good?
Like when he tells young men to work out and stuff. Like there are like good things he says. It's just like he's like a bad person.
Not really.
Yeah, Lydia, haven't you read his book?
How he says everything is like rancid.
Have you guys seen?
No, there are good clips of him. He's just like a psycho. Like I don't think people look up to him for the psychopath parts. I think they look up to him because he's funny and he's like ripped and rich.
Are you guys gonna get the chicken chonkers?
He's bald.
I said he's funny and rich.
Well, you said ripped too, and so I felt like you were commenting on his looks, and I just want to make it very clear. We all know he's bald, right?
He's ripped though.
Lydia, don't.
He's bald.
I'm not gonna say that.
Who?
Young men are looking up to him.
Who?
I know.
They shouldn't be.
I know.
Anyways, no, I'm saying Parker's making it sound like Dr. Peterson gives bad therapeutic advice, and I'm curious what he means by that. That's what he was making it sound like. I understand he doesn't
what
agree with him
therapeutic advice is?
Don't
What therapeutic
be
advice do you think he
so
gives, Luke?
sure.
Yeah, don't be.
Like the making your bed and stuff, like his books and stuff. I've never heard anyone try to criticize that.
Young men
Like,
do
genuinely.
not want to make their bed.
I know, like people criticize his political takes, but I'm saying Parker specifically is saying like he doesn't agree with his like therapeutic stuff.
I want you to look at Parker. I want you to look at the guy on the left. I forgot his name. Do you think they make their bed?
Ooh.
Parker probably does. The Parker Harry Dean guys are all very like.
Now I want you to look.
Point that you should be making your bed.
Okay,
yeah,
look,
like first
listen,
thing,
I want
like,
that done.
no, the idea is like how to get over depression and like get out of loops.
Okay.
Like the book, and it's like the first thing
The
you can
other
do. Is, like,
three,
it's like
though.
a book now. There's more than that, but that's what the book's called, I think.
Luke, the other
It's
three.
like-
Do you think they
I've
make
never
their
read
bed?
the book. Oh, no, let me see. Andrew Wilson wouldn't make his bed, right?
Yeah, his wife makes his bed for
He
him.
refused to. Yeah, he
They
like
ain't
literally
making
refused to.
their bed.
Pierce has someone do it for him for sure.
Pierce is
Only
British.
thing
He'll
they
make
make
his
in
bed.
their bed is goon sauce.
The guy on the right's got a lot
Yeah.
of books. I think he makes
Goon
his
without
bed.
me 96 makes their bed. After they
Linda.
goon, during they goon.
Who makes their bed?
I wish I had a goon to make my bed.
I made my bed
When?
Shut up, Isaac.
last week.
Isaac.
When?
Hey, chat. Isaac's
When,
married to
man,
Lydia,
what?
just so you guys know. So when I'm telling him to
Why
shut
would
up,
you-
it's because he's gonna say something weird about Lydia.
I made the bed to
Why
fold
would
laundry on.
you? Why would you need to make your bed?
To fold laundry on it. You just said it's good to make your bed.
If you're
Stop-
depressive,
saying this
Don't
weird
be
sexual innuendo
vulgar.
stuff, Isaac. It's
Hey,
gross.
that advice is for like betas.
Wow.
You just said he gives good advice.
More like
Yeah,
thetas.
yeah,
No.
yeah, it's good advice
For-
for betas.
For betas, yeah. If you're
We're
a
only
beta, make
alphas
your bed.
here. We're all alphas here, right, guys? But some alphas are more alphas than other alphas, right?
Oh,
I wouldn't know, man. I don't really care. I'm a Sigma.
typically, alphas don't have to ask if they're the alpha.
Right. Lydia's right. So, guys, got any good questions
Sometimes
you might want to ask? Lydia, maybe you got a question you might want to
Let's click
You
play.
gotta-
Let's continue on. I really like listening to the video.
Well, Lydia, I was thinking maybe you have a question you're dying to ask.
No,
You don't have one that you're...
no, I'm good.
There's not something like similar to alphas. Alphas, maybe something to do with alphas or betas. Maybe maybe you wanted to ask
yeah.
if you were a beta.
Listen to your alpha and click play on the video. Thank you.
You're gonna get me killed. All right, I'll press play.
Influence on young men. Because it is huge.
Hey!
With both of them, I can tell you, when I walk around, most people under 25 who are male come up and they ask me either about Andrew Tate or Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, I feel like the question is like asking a Republican is Joe
Wait
Biden.
a minute. Did y'all hear what he just said? Most of the time
What was
when
it?
young men come up to me, they ask me about Andrew Tate or Jordan Peterson.
They ask him about them?
Because he has them on his show.
Oh.
Oh, maybe that's what he means?
Yeah, I imagine like they only tuned in because
If-
of his Andrew
okay,
Tate
okay.
episode.
If you're a young man who knows who Pierce Morgan is, then you're going to know who his top guests are. And those are his most
No,
interesting
you know
top
who.
guests, right?
No, you know who Andrew Tate is, so you watch the Andrew Tate episode.
And who's Andrew Tate again?
I feel like I can't think of an example, but I feel like I hear people talk about this all the time, where like they have somebody on their show and then people start asking questions.
Is Andrew Tate the female liberation artist?
I mean,
No, that's Tama and Paula.
Canelo,
Tama
like
Impala.
one of the most popular boxers' daughter doesn't care if he boxes, but when they thought he was going to fight Jake Paul, she was super interested. I hear stories about stuff like this all the time.
Say that again? What are you saying?
Like the most popular, like one of, if not the most popular boxer right now, Canelo. Like his daughter didn't care who he fought, never knew he fought until he fought Jake Paul. I'm saying like people do like hone in on like the person they
Jake.
like.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Camilo?
I thought you were saying his daughter wanted him to fight Andrew. I was like, oh, well, if you're going to
No.
fight Andrew.
No, Andrew does need to fight somebody. Did you guys hear what he did recently? The fight
Where he beat up that, like, fake boxer
No,
guy
he
who does
got-
it for jokes?
He invited 50 people over and like fought 50 regular guys, and everyone was like, "Whoa!" It was like regular guys that were shorter than him, so he just like fought.
Why
50
did he just
guys,
fight somebody
right?
his weight class?
In his defense, he can't fight anymore, but
Not that I would watch it anyways. Who cares?
I'd pay for it. If he fought like Jake, I'd pay for it. I would find that hilarious.
Yeah, he would get his ass beat. I guess I would watch it. That'd be pretty
No,
funny.
I don't know if he'd lose.
Oh, he would lose.
Probably because his
He's
age.
bald.
I don't know who's better.
He's bald.
He might beat Logan.
Twitter said if you're bald, you're evil or something.
He'd probably beat Logan and lose to Jake.
He's a
maybe,
white
but
man.
He might lose to Logan too.
Logan's brown. He's gonna be all right.
He's like a
He'll win.
good kickboxer, but not like a
Isn't Andrew
fantastic one.
Tate, isn't Andrew Tate half black? Like his mom's
It's
black?
passing. We're
His-
talking about
his-
we're talking about
his
like in
dad-
reality. We're not talking
his
about like
dad is.
we all have blood from Africa. It doesn't mean we're black. Like
His
we're
dad.
talking about like
Isaac,
how
do
it
you
is
know
in
the-
actuality. Andrew's a white guy.
You know the second best chess
What
player in
did
the
you
world?
think?
What's that? I'm
Dean's,
sorry?
Dean's playing the game where he gets to decide what reality is.
I know it's a weird question if you don't
That
know what I'm
sounds
talking
fun.
about, but if you do know what I'm talking about, it makes sense. Do you know the second best chess player in the world, Isaac?
Oh.
The Asian guy. I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah.
He-
Oh yeah.
He played against Andrew's dad like years and years and years ago.
You want to know his name?
Oh, yeah. I think I knew that.
Yeah, I do.
Actually,
It's Tama and Paula.
Oh, damn it.
But yeah, like Andrew Tate's dad was like, I don't know how good it's chest. I'd have to go back watch the clip.
Well,
it's chess, not chess.
Good enough to play against. Good enough to play against like the second best player.
Andrew
Luke,
Tate's
where
the
are
one
you?
who's good at chest.
I'm really in Marvel Rivals mode. I keep forgetting I can just kind of like, run forward, and also I can do this stuff. Wait, can I not? Oh yeah, I need builds. Uh-oh. Luke, that thing just hit me in the face.
Okay, clickety clack play.
Wait 1 second, I gotta do this. Hey, big thing, eyes up here. Got him. Boom. Did you see that clip, Luke? I clipped him. Rough. Got him. Boom, dude. I'm like that guy from the stuff. What's his name?
The dog landed so long after the thing was dead.
Way. He just
Totally
said,
got
"Hey,
him.
big eyes up here." We're
Nikki
just gonna
30 would have
we're
loved
just
that
gonna
clip.
go back to
That was a Nikki 30 clip, Luke. Nikki
This guy's
30
one
doing
shot.
dirty. Oh, here's a
Don't
shot.
use those like that. That's not how those work.
Okay.
I gotta calm down. No, don't let him read. What are you?
Dude, but okay. I'll do it. Yep. Okay.
Five from
Yep.
Umbrella
Mhm.
Academy
Okay.
going on the stream.
I'm sorry.
Which one's 5?
The one all the way. No, 4, not 5. Sorry.
Oh, that's funny. Are you calling the one all the way to the left?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty funny.
Is this my crypto?
That's funny.
I'm gonna die, aren't I?
Bro, that,
Boy, I
that's
could really use
killing
some
me.
builds. Luke, what
What
just
are some
happened?
other
Can you tell me?
references? What are references we can make?
Oh, I got
Oh,
one.
Luke, we're gonna die.
Umbrella.
Mother.
Did you guys not hear what I was asking? I was asking if that was my dog. Like, what's going on? No answers. Let's
I mean, better
just
than
press play.
Mussolini, right? I mean, it's such a vast difference. I would say that it seems like that Jordan Peterson has
Oh, good.
benefited
Forrest
people,
talking.
mostly in the psychology realm, like the whole 12 Rules for Life and stuff. Which
Oh, he
a lot
said
of
your
those rules
point,
seems to
Luke.
be
Forrest on
rules
your
that my
side.
grandma could
What'd he
want
say?
on me, but granted,
He
the
said
point
that
is
he
that,
has
yeah, he's
helped
probably
people
helped
on the
people. I have no problem
psychology
saying that.
side.
The only beta.
Oh.
Right, Andrew, let's
Cool.
turn to some other issues here. One is Pride Month. Now, my view of this is I don't understand why we need a whole month.
Let's go,
for
Pride!
I don't even get an
Well-
hour as a straight guy. So
What do you mean? What is it?
What do you mean he doesn't get an hour?
You
Pierce,
just randomly
you
go, what is
get
Pride Month?
every
He
single
said-
day.
He said, "What is it?" Like, okay, let's not pretend we're stupid. You know what it is. If you don't
What
like
is
it,
it?
just say, "But you know what it." What do you mean? What is it?
I'm excited to hear how they define it.
Okay, continue.
Well, originally, it was for showing that
It's like
the
asking
majority
what a
of
chair is.
homosexual people are quote unquote normal and should be normalized. And it was about like showing up in like suits and stuff like that and being like, look, we're all among you. You would never
We
even
didn't
know.
ask what it was. We know what it is.
Dude.
This guy doesn't.
Harvey Specter?
Click play.
Well, I mean,
why do we need a
yeah.
month for Pride? And it's not because I'm remotely homophobic, because I'm not. I'm the complete opposite. I've always absolutely supported
Yeah.
gay rights. I just don't get why we need to have a month of
Bro,
Pride.
I'm not homophobic.
Beams Creatine is America's #1, and it's made by a company founded on
What?
values like
Why did it cut away
liking
after
that.
that?
Dude, the ad reads from him
Creatine
seem so
Pride.
cheap. But like,
Why did
God,
it cut
there's
away
no
when he
way.
did that?
Put it in your water bottle and bring it to Pride.
Thank you, Lydia. You water bottle pride. Happy Pride, you water bottles.
Pierce is so funny because I do like his take of like if they said, okay, Pierce, what if it was 3.5 weeks? And he's like, that's fair. And then do they move on?
Why
He's like,
is it
What?
not-
Wait, what?
why
No,
is
he's
it
just
a
like
bleeding
he's like,
month
listen,
of
I support
Pride?
it. I genuinely love it. I do it. It's just like a month, really? And then they're
You
like,
want
3
me
weeks
to
and a half.
only
And he's like,
get
okay,
a month out of my
that's
year.
fine.
A month.
30% off.
Well, Pride's always been
Yo,
completely astroturfed.
bulking.
I mean, to be honest, right from the very beginning, it's been astroturfed. It was always
True.
pumped full of government money, NGO funding. It was pumped full of corporate
What is
money. There was an article that
creatine?
came out. You can find in the Drudge Report. It came out today from, I believe it was Daily Telegram. It was pretty interesting.
Oh, messed up his
They
ad
went
read.
over.
Hey, why are we
you
listening
know, a lot
to
of
the ad?
modern
Wait, we're not gonna skip
Guys,
this.
I think you guys didn't get the skip. Sorry, I skipped.
Illustration
For
of
some
what they
reason,
have
it didn't give you
done.
the skip. Hang on.
Okay,
Go to
good. We're listening to this whole thing.
I'm gonna go to. I should have
skipping.
fixed it
Okay,
now.
it's
An article
skipping,
that
it's
came out,
skipping.
you can find in the Drudge Report, came out today from, I believe it was Daily Telegram. It's pretty interesting. They went
Say something
over,
outrageous.
They're talking about
a lot of
creatine.
the modern Trump
They're still talking
administration,
about
what they
creatine?
have done with
No.
executive orders.
Make a joke.
Oh my gosh.
This
A
article
lot of
came
companies
out.
have begun moving away from trying to kind of fund this, and it hasn't been popular for the
away
last
from
couple of years
creatine.
anyway. There's been a lot of pushback on various large corporations, companies, and NGOs for trying to pump kind of
I think they made
artificially these
Pride not
organizations. One of the things
popular.
that article points out,
He's
which
too
I
white
tend to
say
agree with,
NGO.
is that, hey, look, ultimately, when these companies are doing this, people lose trust for them. You remember there was a big thing with Target not that long ago. Anytime this comes to light, there's actually a backlash. People can kind of see that it's artificially held up. There's no reason for it. It's silly. It has never really been about gay rights. It's
What do you
been
mean
about
there's no
weird.
reason for it? What do you mean?
It's
what do you mean
been
there's
it's
no reason?
been well because it's
What do
always
you mean there's
really
no
been
reason
about
for it, right?
Good
Is
question.
he trying
actually.
to say that because Target sells rainbow colored dish mats that people stop having faith in Target? Which, first off, what faith do you have in them? He's like, they lose their trust because there's rainbows. I don't think anybody's that pressed. What trust did they lose?
Hella. Hell unleashed.
They're just they literally they just sell Pride merch and they're like losing people's trusts. Why?
Butterflies in the sky.
They really trusted they weren't gonna sell.
Well,
Pride
they.
Month.
Yeah.
I don't know about trust, but they make a lot less money, and they blamed it on their Pride merch. Didn't that actually happen?
Well, I don't know. The problem is that they're like listen. I really hate an anime shirt where it's just a character. So me personally, when I see the Pride merch, is just literally it says like it's like the worst design ever, and it looks like
Yeah,
they
some
put
of
no
it's
thought
terrible.
into it. Like it's like you guys
Almost
could have
all
at least made
Pride
this
merch-
look kind of cool.
There's no
Yeah,
world
some of it
that
looks
I
like dollar
believe
store junk.
any Pride merch is made from an actual gay person. It's all like old white men being like, let's put gay in giant letters on this shirt. They'll love it.
Yeah, so to be fair, if it doesn't make money, it might not be because people don't like gay people. It might be because gay
Yeah,
people don't really want a shirt that just is like a flag, like a what is it called? What is that fabric on shirts called? That's like the
Why can't I
images.
shoot her? Maybe I should use his hands.
Graphic tee.
Yeah, like people don't want a graphic rainbow flag that says pride.
If you're going to wear
Yeah, it's
a
all
big
like really
bedazzled
ugly
type thing like that, you want to do it yourself too. So it's like, why do I want a big loud thing from the front of Target that 20 other people are gonna have, and it's gonna cost $1 in 2 days after Pride anyways? Yeah, it's like, and then but then they try to blame it like it doesn't mean that like they should stop selling stuff for
Notice
Pride
they don't do
altogether.
that
Just
stuff for like other stuff. Like there's not a bunch of Christmas shirts that just say Christmas. Like they could make it look just fine, and I think people would buy it.
Well,
It's
and
just-
that's why I
it literally
understand.
just
That's why I
says
understand the idea of
pride.
him saying it has nothing to do about gay rights, because for the companies it doesn't. Like Target doesn't actually care about gay
yeah, for the
people; they're
companies,
just
it
trying to make a
doesn't.
buck.
It's just about money.
So I do understand that. Like Pride is like the Christmas of being gay. Like it's like, oh, Christmas is not about being generous; it's about companies trying to get you to spend money, right?
Luke, are you looking at this Boba Fett guy in front of me?
Me?
Yeah.
The one that's
Can you see
cooking?
Boba Fett right now? Like a Mandalorian?
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, in the video.
He's got like a green mask. Oh, it must be
What are you doing? What's
superpowered.
the
Never
joke?
mind. Never mind. Never mind. Here
It's
we go. Ready?
me. You're watching me. Are you trolling?
No. No.
Oh, I thought you were making a joke because you're like, Luke, you see this Boba Fett
I'm
looking
stupid.
guy with the green mask? And it
I'm
was
like
me.
waiting
I'm
for
like,
you. I'm
what are
like
you
waiting
doing?
for you to ready up
Probably
so we can
now.
start a game, and I thought it was someone else.
It went pretty.
Yeah, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to
That's
call.
so
I'll give it to you. It's just a
No,
scanner.
no, you don't have to give it to me. I was just curious what it was.
I don't want it. It's a scanner, and you can see people's footsteps with it without scanning.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Yeah, I'm
They're
trying to
bullies
answer-
like
Do you want me to
you,
answer?
right?
Do you want me to answer the question or no?
They're
Yeah,
bullies
you
like
go ahead, and I'll explain
you.
to you why I think there's the reason after.
Dude, how are we going to get through this if he's going to say something like that? We will never make it through this video. Oh my god. We need that as a soundbite. Why would he say that on you? This is your chance to be on Pierce Morgan. You're going to say that to somebody?
This is my chance to be on Don't Smile Dean. Guys, look at my
Do you
edits.
want me to answer that? Do you want me to answer that? Do you want me to answer that? Do you want me to answer that?
Not if you're going to be a gay theist.
Okay. Yeah. So there's no real reason for it. It's been about pushing sexual perversion. It's never really been about anything to do with homosexuals themselves not having rights or having rights. It's never been about that. It's been about weird gay pride parades and all kinds of weird sexual stuff. It really has never been about that. And that's what the American people think. That's what they see.
Yeah, it definitely.
Yeah,
was
he's
at
not
one
making a
point.
good argument. He's making a bad, like, everything about it's bad. If you were to say, like, oh, it's devolving, he's not even, like, getting.
Yeah.
It's really difficult for me when any of these guys come on debates, whatever side they are, and they constantly use the words always or never. Like,
hate
oh
that.
my gosh. Just take
makes me wanna
those words out
scream.
of it. If you're going to debate, take the words always and never out of your vocabulary.
I think Pierce is the most reasonable. He just wants it to be like a couple weeks.
Stop. If you say Pierce is the most reasonable, I'll puke, because he'd be, like, so happy.
He's like, what if one day out of every month?
Pierce literally
said the
all
same
he
thing on-
wants.
I'm gonna die.
Okay, hold on. What if Target came out with a water bottle that said Pride? One
Pierce's
day out of the
favorite
month,
thing
and we all
is
drink
to-
from it. We drink from the Pride water bottle together in solidarity.
He lives so that he can, like, have somebody come on and go, like, I think
you're
we
very
should kill
reasonable.
all children. And he goes, hang on, I would not say that. And then someone would go, I think we should kill all adults. And he goes, hang on, I don't think we should kill all adults either. I think gay people should be happy. And that's Piers Morgan. And he ends the show and you're like,
That's
what's
Piers
I just
Morgan.
watched?
A moderator, okay?
I think Israel
Dean,
has the right to kill
pick this up.
some of the
I
babies.
think we should celebrate Pride in moderation.
pick this up, dude.
Moderation. In a water bottle in moderation.
But listen, if Pierce
Hey.
hates it when people start celebrating Christmas in September, then he has a right to not like. You know, he just doesn't like holidays lasting too long.
He just doesn't.
That's
like
fair.
them.
It's the same thing.
Like,
If
he'd
you
be
don't
okay
like-
with a
We take
Pride
Christmas
Day.
tree down the day after Christmas, before Christmas, during Christmas.
Dude, this is
I
actually
don't
making a
celebrate
great little skit.
Christmas.
Like everyone's like sitting around like, man, I hate Christmas. We gotta buy presents for everyone. You hate Christmas? At least it's not Thanksgiving, man. You know what you do at Thanksgiving? You have to cook all that food. Yeah, I hate Thanksgiving. What about you, Jack? Oh, I hate Pride. Well, Jack, what? Are you gonna elaborate there, Jack?
Well, it's just the holiday. Like it just really gets under my skin. It's a lot of work.
Well,
Is it a
it just gets on my
holiday or
nerves. It's a
just,
little
like,
annoying.
A time of recognition.
I get a lot of yeast infections in Pride.
Oh, stop. God. I'm a prideful boy. Got that yeast infection.
That's why you see companies moving away from it.
No, I don't think that's true. Look, they're gay people, like let's take you for example. You're the reason, right? When I first talked to you, right, we were having a normal
gay.
debate about
Yeah, that's what I thought.
morality, and then you randomly asked me, "What's your, are you a homosexual?" As to
And you
as it
were,
to come
right?
down, right? And then
And you were, right?
also with
But
and
hang on,
Jay
were you-
Dyer
was
said
I
the same
right
thing.
though? Was I right?
I'm not homosexual. No, I'm married
You
to
said
a
that you were
woman. I'm
bisexual. You said that you were
Right.
bisexual. That's
Homosexual
homosexual.
is not the
So I
same
was-
as bisexual.
There's
Maybe you can-
certain
Okay. Bruh. Never in my life did I ever think I was gonna hear someone say, "Oh my god, I'm not homosexual. I'm married to a woman." You said you were bisexual. Ah, it's not gay.
Oh my gosh.
I said I'm deeply closeted. Are you saying you're a gay man? No. I am not saying that. No, I'm deeply closeted.
learn the
certain
definitions
ways.
of terms.
That was Norm Macdonald. If you guys didn't know
On
that
George
one. He's an
Pearson when they
amazing
ask if he's gay or straight.
man. What do you mean by straight? There are some days when I am
George,
very
sure,
straight.
The problem with Jordan Peterson is he doesn't act like that about anything else. If you asked him what a man is, he would say like it's like a singular word that has one definition.
But-
He
Yeah, look,
only
that's
acts like
certain ways
that.
people
You and
conduct-
Jay-
He only acts like that. Oh, that's so
Yeah,
crazy.
That's
He
the,
acts
frus-
that
that's
as,
the frustrating
He's
thing.
like, remember when Yoda pretends that he's like fucking stupid? That's like him, but he's not pretending.
Is Yoda? Jordan Peterson is Yoda pretending but not pretending.
Yeah, but he
you
is
have some food in there. You do.
But I do think
What
he's
do you
pretending
mean
with
by
the
you
Christian
do?
thing, though.
Lydia.
Wait, I do feel like he's pretending with the Christian thing. 'cause he
What
acts
do
like a
you mean by
completely
you
different
do? You I
person.
do. What, Luke? Sorry.
Who's
I'm
the
just saying-
moderator guy? What's his?
Pierce Morgan.
He's R2D2. He just goes, wow.
Peak Morgan.
No, I think
Oh,
Shapiro's
man.
R2 because R2 just pretends right along with Yoda.
Man,
No,
you know
Ben
what? I like
Shapiro
Star
is
Wars, man.
definitely
Lightsabers are
C-3PO's
great.
little bitch ass.
I wish I had lightsaber pickaxes. You ever think about that? Ooh, that was good, Lydia. Man, I was thinking that I'm not even joking. I was thinking I needed a soundboard. I now know I don't. I just need my sister.
I've got you.
Oh no. What was that? Oh, that's better.
That was a
Let's keep it with the
wall
R2D2. No organic sounds, please. I like digital.
Wow.
Anyway, so what's this idiot saying?
Dyer. People like you and Jay Dyer bully
That's my Chewie.
Okay, here we go. Oh, it didn't work.
LGBTQ
Oh, yeah,
people.
everyone's
That's why
bullied,
it's
yeah,
pride
no.
because of the kind of stigmas that you promote.
Okay, so here's the thing that's so funny about this is like if both me and Jay Dyer, both of us assumed that you were a homosexual and both of us were right. That's what's so funny about it. We
Again,
both assumed you were
why are you saying I'm
gay,
homosexual?
and we were both correct that you were gay.
Andrew, is
So
there
the
anything
point is
wrong
that
with
we
him
were
being
happy-
gay?
Go ahead, Park.
Huh?
Is there anything wrong with him being
He
gay?
did an
There's a
evil
problem with you
laugh.
guys supporting.
He's gay. Like,
Why
Hey,
did you do an evil
gotta.
laugh?
what is
Guys,
your
sometimes
point, my
wait,
guy?
you guys are gonna fall in love with Andrew. You're gonna have this great love-hate relationship with him. He will sometimes, unironically, do the emperor laugh. He knows he's doing it. He'll sometimes go, "Yes, come to the dark side."
Very, very clear. I hate this man.
Wait, I love that he thinks guessing that somebody's gay is a dog. This is the funniest thing I've ever heard. He's like, and I was right.
No, him and someone else were right.
Gay. Like,
Well,
okay,
it took two
Wicked
people.
Witch of the Gay West.
my gaydars off the charts.
His
Why do you? Think
I was
your
always
gaydars
hoping
should
you were
be-
gay. Well, I mean, I knew. Okay.
Like the NGO funded kind of AstroTurf program to promote rights, which aren't even about promoting rights.
Was that a response to what he just said?
The whole ordeal here is, well, what's the prompt, Parker? The prompt is about pride, and so you're supporting an AstroTurfed, completely AstroTurf NGO funded thing. It has nothing to do with gay rights at all, and people don't like it, Parker. They don't like it, Parker.
Well, Parker,
So that
I would
wasn't
ask
an
you.
answer
I
to
would
my
ask.
question.
I mean, look, Andrew, you said
Right.
some things which I completely disagree with about this issue. You said women will never truly understand why men find homosexuality so depraved. We don't think there's a problem there. We know there's a problem there.
Oh my
I'm a
gosh, did he
man.
say that?
He
Pierce-
said,
I totally missed that.
Pierce,
What?
what are you talking about? Who said that?
What did Pierce say?
my
I think I'm like behind you guys a little bit. What was it he said?
He said
Hang on,
that
let's all
this
get to the same
dude is
timestamp.
saying that women will never understand why dudes find homosexuality so depraved. What?
because he's saying that dudes have more, like, attribute
wait,
more depravity to it than women do, is what he's trying to say.
What?
Wouldn't that like that just be because women are already attracted to guys? So
Loop. I don't think.
What?
I don't.
wait, like if a guy is
This
like,
is-
ew, gross, I could never imagine being attracted to it.
Maybe he should.
Yeah.
Maybe he's basing this off the fact that women normally vote more liberally and progressively. Maybe that's what he's trying to say. Like women as a whole support gay people more than men as a whole
Not
do.
this
Maybe that,
election.
I'm guessing.
Hey, we're not gonna try to see from his point of view. Let's not put ourselves in his shoe.
I want to
It's
be in
okay.
his shoes.
We don't need to understand him.
I think his shoes are probably like really big, like clown shoes.
Oh man, my shoes are so small, dude. Man, if you guys ever see, guys, I have like 8.5s. That's embarrassing.
Oh gosh. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
so small.
Or
And you know what they say
Kirsten-
about people with
Oh,
small feet?
Wait. You're 5'6", right? So I think that
No.
I think maybe that would scale to you.
No. Don't be so sure.
Don't be so sure. I can't do it. Like Lydia can do it.
You turned into Liam.
Don't be. I know that's. Don't be so sure, guys.
Sure.
If Lydia keeps doing it, Liam's gonna start doing it. So
Don't be
I'll leave that to
so
him.
Sure.
Did he tell you what Liam wrote in his like private notebook?
Actually, Liam told me.
Oh my
so
God.
how dare you be looking at
Wait,
that?
hang on. I got the conversation
Nobody
mixed
was
up.
allowed to touch it.
I thought it was you found a random notebook that like Liam started using that was somebody else's that said all this. Liam was writing, Dad, stop, Dad, stop.
No,
Yeah,
yes.
and Liam showed me his new like special secret notebook. He was like, no one's allowed to touch it. I put no, Dad. I mean, Mommy's not allowed to touch it. Levi's not allowed to touch it. But I put a lot. No, Dad.
Oh, Dean, that's what no dad means. It just means you're not allowed to touch it.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dean was saying it like Liam was writing like brooding things like
No,
Yeah,
he was.
no,
he made
the
it like
drawings
hands off
inside.
my
I'm not supposed to
notebook.
see the artwork.
Okay, that makes sense. I thought you were saying that Liam was just like writing like no daddy,
Well,
no daddy.
If he ever shows you his
Bad
artwork,
lives.
I gave him a great suggestion today that he did.
You are like
I told
Papa.
him to make an impasta from Among Us in pasta and call him the impasta. He did that earlier.
That's
He's
impossible.
like the little red Among Us guys.
Man, guys, I'm gonna be really happy when we get back to work and I have to put my AirPods in and Lydia's not on stream anymore.
Oh man,
I
That's the
like
best
it.
part
I
of the
want to get a tattoo of it.
You like your own idea?
Yeah, I want to get a tattoo.
what's wrong with
of a
liking your own
little
idea?
imposter in pasta called the impasta.
You should like your own ideas. If you don't like your own
And then
ideas, you're kind
Liam
of
thought it was a really good idea to put blood everywhere, but you can't tell the difference between the pasta sauce and the blood. He was like, I'm gonna put blood all over this, but you won't know it's blood.
Uh-oh.
He said that?
Yes.
That's so funny.
What does this do? So many puppies! Look, it's a puppy palooza! Oh my goodness! Look at all those guys. That's cool. Wow.
Do you guys think,
Oh, a
do you
victory
guys think-
royale. Neat.
Do you guys think Pierce likes puppies?
Yes. He's a white man. Of course, he would never be caught dead saying he doesn't like puppies. What are you talking about? He's a white man on TV.
I neither
I
like.
I accidentally returned to the lobby. I do like puppies, but
Puppy,
I do not agree.
However-
I do not agree with some of the things you said. Kill kittens for dog. And I also like cats, but I also don't agree with some of the things you said, like dogs stink. I like gay people.
Oh, wait. Look. Dogs roll, cats. Dogs roll, cats drool. Ah. I do think dogs roll. However, when you said that cats drool,
I like gay people, but I think pride could be a little shorter. Just a wee
I
bit
just think that they
shorter.
should have their knickers a little longer.
I like when the boys kiss, but they're kissing for a little too long.
No one Pierce when the boys kiss.
Don't find homosexuality remotely.
I'm a man.
We had any viewers, we just lost them from that explosion, but I'm okay with it. It's worth it.
I'm a man.
Wow! This is I told you guys, drama night. Lydia's like learning new sound effects. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. Here we go.
Oh wait,
So, I
yeah,
don't
Lydia,
agree
that's
with
how we met one time.
What? Oh,
On
man.
YouTube. Hey,
Yeah.
I gotta reconnect to the Wi-Fi inside to clock back in, so I will be right back.
Bye,
As
guys.
well.
I'll be listening.
I'll be
No.
right back.
No.
Alrighty then.
I thought he was gone.
Whoa, that was
true.
a pretty good voice, dude.
Whatever.
You should use that voice more often. I liked it.
Whatever, bro. Whatever.
It's kind of Sonic-y. Did you hear it, Luke?
All right, whatever, man. Whatever. Cool. Let's go.
Whatever.
Cool. Whatever, man.
You with some of the statements you've made. However, Parker, I am increasingly bemused why, when there are so many important things in the world to worry about, we devote a whole month.
That was a weird thing.
To gay pride. Why do we?
There are plenty of things that we specifically have months for to celebrate that I think are incredibly important.
Wait, before he does this, Luke, how does a progressive man possibly defend 30 days? You can't, I mean, it just can't be done. 30 days? But you can't.
I actually do agree. When a song, when a song says you can't talk about anything other than the things he wants to talk about because it takes away from it, I actually agree with that take. It shouldn't be 30 days. It should be 2 minutes. Because you're not allowed to talk about anything else. No, I'm saying with their logic, obviously. Like, that's literally what Hassan was saying. Like, oh, if you talk about something else, you're taking away from something else. It's like, well, shoot.
All I know is that, man, I just got destroyed. All I know is that a few days after Christmas, people want the trees to come down. The day after Christmas, I want the holiday music to stop. I do not want to walk into Target 2 weeks after New Year's and still hear Jingle Bells. That's horrendous, okay? Now, that's Christmas, and it's most people's favorite holiday. I like Christmas time a whole lot. But here's my thing I'm thinking. Too much of a good thing becomes a bad thing, all right? And when it's already something you don't love, all right, like a lot of people are with Pride, and you make them have 30 days of it, man. I don't know, man. I think that's just gonna make the hate swell. Hate to see it, hate to say it. Isaac Beck says he hates Christmas music in retail stores. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, I hate.
So
Pride
imagine how
music in
these
retail
haters
stores.
feel
They play it all month.
about all the gay music they play, like Lady Gaga, Taylor
Jingle
Swift.
Gay, jingle gay, jingle all the gays. It's annoying, bro. It's every day.
I take back everything I said. I want holiday Pride music for at least 1 month a year. Now that I've said all that stuff out loud and I've thought it through, we need gay people music for 1 month. That would change hearts and minds. We haven't gone hard enough.
Rudolph
I wasn't thinking.
the gay reindeer had a very gay personality.
That's not what I'm thinking. No, but like, maybe, wait, Rudolph is kind of already like pretty LGBT coded, you know?
Oh.
He's bright, he's fancy, and people hate him for it. Everyone wants to be him, but because of that, they instead hate him. You know, they wish they could be as awesome as he is and as cool as he is, lead the pack, and obviously trendsetter,
No, it's
fashionable.
not coded. It's not coded anything. It's a story about not being accepted, which would apply to anyone who's ever felt not.
I don't know. When have you never felt accepted, Luke, in your entire life?
If
How could you
I
possibly
didn't feel
relate
accepted,
to
I mean the
Rudolph?
story doesn't reply to Luke Pletcher, but there are people.
See,
who,
it's different for
anyone can
me.
feel
I would
unaccepted.
understand, Luke. It would be different for me because I had a large nose as a child. So like, I
Growing
get
up,
why you
I was
wouldn't
better
understand
than
that.
everybody. Listen, man. Play the video.
In this specific
I
example,
hate when
is
people say
incredibly
something. A
important because
generic story is something coded, and it's like, no, it's about. It's not. It may sometimes it is, but sometimes it is general acceptance and insecurities and being different, and it can be applied to multiple things, but it's not like your thing. Ugh.
Okay, but you do know that Star Wars is very Vietnam War coded, right? Your silence means something, Luke.
I try to think. I know they say that, but it is kind of awkward.
Dehumanization.
It's also a lot
and
of
the
other
bigotry
things coded.
espoused
But yeah.
specifically by people like Jay Dyer and Andrew Wilson, and explicitly kicking people off of their panels because they're gay, right, or because they're homosexual, which I think is incredibly ridiculous.
But you know
right?
as
They
well
have
as I
such a- they
do,
have such
Parker,
a- Can I please finish?
if you
Can I please
compare
finish,
it,
Piers?
look, well, hang on, I would say if you go back 35, 40 years,
Luke,
I would completely
this guy's
agree
got
with
a
you.
golden gun
But
right
the
off me.
idea that that is still the case today, I just don't feel it. Do you? I mean,
Can I please finish?
young people in particular do not. It's just moved
Piers,
on.
respectfully, how would you know as a straight person? Like, how would you? Do you experience
Piers,
it?
look,
Why are you assuming my sexuality?
I want to talk about Piers. I want to talk about my
Because
experience
you've talked
when
about
I went
it.
viral. Piers, when I went viral, right? I had people message, saying, calling me the F slur, saying I had a gay lisp, right? When I'm married to a woman, right? If I'm not even a homosexual, and if people are bullying me for that, I can't imagine.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
but
should
sure,
not
but what if
send people. That's really fucking dumb to send people like sit there and slur this random guy that you saw in a debate. That's
This is a dumb argument.
It is stupid, but
yeah, but these guys literally would never let anyone. These people would literally let no one they ever talk to in their life use a personal anecdote. First off, they'd be like, "Give me a statistic." That's crazy. Second off, yeah, if you're a gay person and people are making fun of you, they're gonna make fun of you for being gay because they're hateful people. But do you not think Jordan Peterson is getting made fun of for whatever people want to make fun of him for? People make fun of him for being mentally ill. There's like pictures of him when he was depressed, and like liberal people take pictures of it and like share around and make fun of him.
I make fun of him for being indecisive.
I mean, cool, but that doesn't prove anything. The idea this guy's like, oh, somebody's called slur before. It's like, yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean like as a whole the society is homophobic. That doesn't prove anything. It's just that somebody was being hateful to you online. It's especially online. It's harder for me to like get behind that.
Classic.
Because like I got a DM. It's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, Twitter is disgusting, but like Twitter's disgusting to everybody. Somebody took a picture of their Switch 2 and said life is great, and people are calling them everything in the book.
saw that with the pizzas.
Yeah,
that looked like it's something you and Spots could have posted, and they were like, "These people should kill themselves."
I saw somebody say, "Let's be real. This is two adults with jobs spending like $500 each."
No, you just hate poor people. Honestly, someone make a video saying, "No, you guys just hate poor people and can't accept it that you're one bad paycheck away from being a poor person and you hate them because of it."
Dude, I could afford a Switch 2 and still be one bad paycheck away from being homeless.
True. Well, I don't think anyone realizes the economy is bad in a like I can't get a house or a car way, but getting like fun things is actually like super easy.
I saw somebody make a whole like video analysis on that, like how goods are cheaper than like everyday living stuff.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's like insane.
Yeah, plastic is great right now.
Any person I know who lives in a crappy apartment and can't get their life together, they can afford a Switch 2 without skipping a meal. Like it doesn't mean you're. It's just the way, because inflation, like you make like so much money. Even the people who make like $10 an hour, so much money in terms of spending like $50, $80.
Well, it's just because those good weeks go away so quickly as soon as anything bad happens.
Did you guys see all of the streamers pretty much? I don't think any streamer who complained about the price of a Switch didn't buy a Switch. Like, not, I'm sure there's a smaller one, but all of the major streamers were like twitching away, man. New Switches.
I will get mad about this point. This is a horrible. This point does actually upset me a lot. I keep seeing people say that, like, oh, I thought, like making fun of people trying to be like, oh, I thought you guys were against it, but you bought it. I'm allowed to complain about something, but then decide I still want it. If it came out, if I was upset that Fairlife protein shakes split 10 extra grams of sugar in it, I wouldn't like that they increased the sugar content, but I could still buy it because I like the protein and the calorie ratio. Like, yeah, I don't like that they increased the price, but am I going to go 10 years?
I think it's just more a little upsetting when it's like those gamer guys who act like it's like we're all part of the same team because we all like games, and it's like we're gonna do this almost like political thing with the game stuff. So it's like then they post and they're like, "This is unfair to gamers. We need to stop this. We can't stand for this. We gotta vote with your wallet." And they do all that thing, and then they buy it after they told all their fans to like vote with their wallet stuff. That is a little duplicatus.
Okay, the
so if you're just like, yeah, it's too pricey, guys. I understand why you might not buy it.
I'm seeing people attack the like TikTok commenters. Like, you said this was expensive and you bought it, and it's like, well, yeah, like you wanted me to skip 10 years of my favorite video games because I was upset about the price. Like, that's not hypocritical. You're allowed to complain about something, and then I did not expect that guy to. He looked like a tryhard, so I really didn't expect him to run at me with an auto.
It's okay, Luke. I believe in you.
What actual homosexuals have to
I
go
think
through.
the
So,
Switch
What
2
is
is
if you don't mind me
expensive.
asking, given it's now
However,
been
Mario
sort
Kart is underpriced.
Why does he say that? When I'm married
I don't
to a
know. What
woman, you
timestamp are
said
you
you were
on, Luke?
gay.
Luke, what timestamp
No, he
are you
just
on?
said 1528.
Okay, I'm on 1537. Did it switch to 37?
1738.
Should say 1537, does it?
What is it? 1537?
1537.
Yes.
sort of raised, and I'm not quite sure. Are you straight? Are you bisexual? What's the deal?
I'm bisexual. I've been married to a woman happily for 5 years, and we're monogamous.
Okay.
Two gaytheists. I want to chime in. We have two gaytheists on the panel that have said that I
Wait,
believe
pause
them.
it. The way he did it,
called a joke.
The way he did it,
That's
he's
called a
been
joke
silent for
sensitive.
15
They're
minutes,
funny, J-Dyer.
and he's been sitting here waiting to say that for 15 minutes. That's great. Wait, that was phenomenal. He was just waiting
We're gonna
for
watch it
15
again.
minutes
Don't worry,
to
man.
go. Atheist. That was amazing that he had that in his thought. He had that written down. Look, he's looking at his notes right now. Look at that. Look at his eyes.
Remember to call this
His
guy.
wife just texted him.
Gay.
His wife just texted him and said, "Proud of you, baby. You did it."
Gay. Hey, honey, you got any good things I could call this gaytheist? Oh my God, honey! Honey, come in here quick!
Wait, before he said gaytheist, don't skip back because, just trust me, okay? Don't skip back. Believe me. Before he said gaytheist, his buttons were all the way up and a button popped off. He said gaytheist. I'm not kidding. I'm not lying. Don't fact check me, but he did not have that before.
I've already rewound. Damn
Stop,
it!
no.
That is way deeper chest than any non-gaytheist should have.
Listen here, gaytheist.
Wait a minute.
You guys like that? Pierce. Wait, can we take a second to appreciate that joke? No? Pierce. Gay atheist.
Pierce. I wrote that one for you, Pierce.
On the panel that have said that I
See,
bullied
this
them.
kind of behavior. Look at this behavior.
That's way more
Yeah, that's
homophobic
called a
than
joke.
gaytheist, though.
That's called a
Can we all
joke.
agree on that?
They're funny, J-Dyer.
Wait, hang on. We're on this raw timestamp again. 15:59. Okay.
Okay, I'm on 16. All right, okay, 15.
All right, hang on. Let me click it back. 15:50. Wait.
So homophobic.
I don't know why it's doing this.
Why did he go?
Okay, we're on 16:05.
Okay,
Wait, I'm
that's
sorry. Hold up. Are you guys Christians? I thought we are supposed to be loving to thy neighbor.
The only thing,
telling you when it's wrong.
Don't you love trans people, Parker? You said that you would date a trans person. Remember that? Or
Yeah, and what's
Don't
wrong
talk
with
about
that?
that clip. Don't talk about that clip.
What's wrong with
I
that?
guess you are.
That
more
clip's so
loving
bad
to
for
me
him.
than Parker. I wouldn't date a trans person.
Don't talk about that
Hey,
clip.
Okay, is that supposed to be like a critique of me?
So the
Wait,
problem
what
is
happened to being
that
loving?
these guys.
Parker would
I
not.
asked you
I
as
don't know if
Christians.
Parker would
I
date a
called
trans
you as
person.
Christians to be loving.
All they've
and both
talked
of you did
about
not
is
show.
Wait, what? What's the clip?
Have you not seen the clip?
No.
He gets super
Yeah, it's like-
uncomfortable and weird about it, and says trans women are not in the outer rim of what I would consider my attraction circle to be. He says it in a really weird way that makes me think he
Wow,
actually
that's so
didn't
funny.
want to answer it.
Oh.
Instead of just going, "What do you mean they're women?" Because that's what you should say. What do you mean they're women? Of course. He said, "Trans women do not exit the circular confines of my sexual attraction."
Dude, he should have just
I was
said,
like, what?
yeah,
Why'd you
just
say
like
that?
with anybody else, if they meet my standards, which are very strict. Yeah, of course I would. If they meet my standards.
Why would he not just, because he doesn't ever have to. If he doesn't want to, just lie. I don't think he's above
Yeah, that's what
lying.
I'm saying. What? Why would you say it like that? That's such a weird way
Or
to
come up with
say
an
it.
excuse to say no. I don't know. Something I hate him.
Ask me.
D, would you date a trans person?
Yeah.
Okay, ask me.
Okay, Luke, would you? I can't do it. Luke, would you date a trans
Ask me.
person?
I'm exceedingly transphobic. I would never do something like that. Are we good here?
Wait, ask me.
Luke,
Ask
you
me.
100%. Wait a minute. I'm really doubting Luke's answer now, guys.
No, I'm saying what Parker would say.
I'm saying what I would say.
Oh,
You say what
okay.
you would say. Just don't tell Mom.
They do not exceed the levels of testosterone
I'm gonna
that I get
die.
when I see a woman in my
Luke is-
attraction foremost.
They shouldn't be trans.
They, she,
And if they're
he,
trans, they should be trans with me.
They are they're women, and I love them, but like I don't love them like that. Well, no, I do love them. Like, I mean, they don't exceed what I would love like that. If that's what you're asking.
Luke,
I mean, I guess
this
like,
is how I actually think you would answer.
if they were like my dad, obviously no. That's like a weird question. Are you asking if I get with my dad? I mean, she would be my mom in that case, and I'd love her as my mom. But like, why'd you ask about me getting with my mom, bro? That's weird. I guess I would get with my mom if she was trans and she didn't identify as my mom. Maybe. No, that's weird. I wouldn't do that. Don't quote me on that. You guys are like, I'm discovering my sexuality. I'm only 20. But my brother is not trans, so that doesn't work. But neither is my dad. Actually, I don't know why I said my dad's trans.
Dude.
If my dad was trans, then I would accept him as a woman, obviously, a beautiful woman, beautiful enough for me to date, but I wouldn't because it's my dad. But it's my mom.
Unless she was hot.
I'd be gay for Lydia.
She would be hot. What are you talking about?
Loving.
He would be
You don't
hot.
know what loving means. You don't even know what that means.
Let's not talk over each other because no one can ever hear. Jay.
Yeah. So earlier in the first section, we talked about Peterson. We were talking about what was good for men.
Yeah.
And whether Tate was good or Peterson was good. And now we're talking about ethics in the sexual domain, which there's no basis in their worldview for anything to be morally, objectively right or wrong, other than their personal preferences. So if there's nothing objectively wrong, there's no reason why bigotry is wrong. Why is bigotry wrong?
Well, support your claim. Don't run from your claim. Support it. Right? We have no. You're saying we as atheists.
Did you see his face? Is it Parker? Did you see Parker's face? He's like so shocked that you said that. If you can't explain to him why bigotry is wrong, then you
that.
Yeah, no epistemic basis for getting an ought from an is.
Yeah, that's a claim. Okay, well, you're saying
no, it's an argument. It's a famous
argument.
Racism
is okay now.
You're saying that atheists can't account for morality. So what's the argument for that?
You can't get an ought from an is the argument. Back to Hume.
It looks like you don't know what an argument is. Come on, reason. Try to go from one line of reasoning to another.
No, he's making an argument. You now respond to him saying you can't
get an ought from an is. You're an atheist. In a materialistic worldview, there's no ought.
What does that have to do with atheism?
In a materialistic, atheistic worldview, there are no oughts.
First of all, I'm not a materialist.
You don't know the basic problem
and that's
of
just
ought
another
from
claim. That's just another
claim. It's not a claim. It's an argument. It's a famous historical.
Look,
you don't know the difference between a claim and an argument.
Claim, you can't defend it.
It's an argument. It goes back to David Hume.
Can you tell us what
You
an
don't know.
argument
You
is?
didn't even know that.
Right?
You don't know
Look,
the difference
everyone,
between.
Look what just happened. Look what just happened. This guy said.
What just happened is that you didn't know the difference between an argument and a
claim.
claim.
Why are you over talking to me? Why are you scared? Let me talk. Right? You just claimed that atheists don't have a foundation of morality. Asked you to defend it, and then you said you can't get an ought from an is. What the heck?
That's the argument. That's
where are you going to get from that premise,
argument.
right? You can't derive that.
It's an argument. It's not a premise. It goes back to David Hume. You just didn't know that.
Okay, can we get look? I think we're moving slightly off topic. Let's bring it back to Pride Month. I want to play something which is
guys, can we talk about how funny that was? Did you have that planned?
This is Sesame Street, where all the puppets holding hands, making.
What the heck? Come on, Sesame Street.
But not too
I want to go back to the aughts and ises, and he just brought out Oscar whether or not Bert and Ernie's gay. This is dumb as shit, man. Yeah, all the Sesame Street characters are gay. They all get on screen with a hand up their ass, and one of them does it in a trash can. Who cares? Move on. The kids don't know either way, because the kids don't know what sex is. So it's fine. Who cares? Like Kermit. What?
Remove the boom gloves from the game. If they're not.
You just die?
Yeah, because the boom gloves aren't designed. They don't actually like. They literally aren't coded properly. They don't have collision with the floor. So if you use them, they'll like glitch out. I hate it.
What's going on? That won't let me get in a car.
You need to start coding for Fortnite, bro. Help me out, bro.
I tried.
Huh?
My uncle made it or something.
So guys, what do you think about this picture?
Okay, that is beautiful. Sorry.
You don't.
I don't know.
You don't find it demonic? Like Andrew Wilson probably does.
Are they gay? Are they gay? They're just they're little puppets. Are they gay?
I think that I would date a trans Muppet.
I'm not even joking. I would not have guessed that was a gay thing unless someone told me it. Like I can see why it's a gay thing. But I just would have thought it was just like them holding hands.
Almost 3 years old.
Like I'm not like getting with people. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's his dad's hand. Who else is red?
Hold up. It's his mom, dude. It's his trans dad mom that he would date.
Dude, you guys sat with us, man. All right.
I wouldn't date them. Sorry.
Don't
shoot.
make fun
He
of
wouldn't
Elmo's
date
mom.
his-
All right. We don't do
He
that around
wouldn't
here.
date his dad, his mom.
Elmo's is kind of fucked up like that. He might be transphobic.
Oh,
I hope not. But he's
I'm
he's
not.
young. Interesting.
Oh.
Interesting. Do I die now?
No,
I do
those
not
are
die
annoying.
now.
Don't play with them, bro.
I will be playing strictly with these for the rest of my life. Thank you, Luke.
Yeah, except
That's what I
that. There you
figured.
go. You see what just happened?
What happened?
You see how you used it against the ground? It didn't. I like them, but use them against the ground, straight up against the ground, like as if you wanted to get away from the fight. Yeah,
You have to
it's
jump
very
first?
annoying. Yeah, I think so, but sometimes you don't. You can use them to insta get in somebody's box, though. I'm gonna practice it.
Hang on. Did I not get your card? What's going on?
No, you didn't.
Sorry, I'm like just talking in circles while we're running around. Here we go. Ready?
Yep. The pride flag, and they say, on our street, everyone is welcome. Together, let's build a world where every person and family feels loved and respected for who they are. Happy Pride Month. I guess I would say, Parker, again, the problem with this is it's this kind of enforced
I would say
virtue.
The puppets are gay now.
I think Pride should just be for everybody. Same as Juneteenth. All right. Should be like we weren't free till we were all free, and it should be Pride's first. All of you pride about being who we are. What'd you know, Ben? Disavow what?
I disavow what you just said.
True,
You don't like
True
Juneteenth?
Combo does not condone the opinions, all opinions.
True Combo wants to celebrate Pride this year. They don't like that you guys
Yeah,
keep leaving them out.
Yeah,
Just
Escanor's
not
our
for-
favorite character.
Just not for too long.
We like Blue Lock and
Just
Escanor.
not
We love
for too
Pride.
long. Can you guys just have like one day, one prideful day, and then keep it in your pants the rest of the time? You can
Isaac, who's your
untuck
favorite
on
prideful
Tuesday.
anime character?
Pick
Pick up the purple ones, Dean. You have the blue ones.
Historia.
What? Oh, I do.
Oh, ew. Okay.
Hey, Luke.
Are these charging up or anything, Luke? Or just jump and do what I just did?
But Aaron
Like this.
touched her and then saw the future pass.
You can jump
Stop
too.
It reminds me, in a way, for very different reasons, the day in the George Floyd
Makes sense, as
fallout,
he
when
had to
everyone
do it.
had to do a black square on their Instagram, or somehow they were racist, and I refused, and everyone called me a racist. I went, why does putting a black square on my Instagram make any difference to anything? Again, with this, if you don't go along with the Pride Month stuff, then somehow you must be homophobic.
Wow.
Is the kind of way this all seems to work. And I don't like that. I don't understand why we have to
Use the
have
pistol.
anymore these enforced things where everywhere you go for a whole month, everything's pride. Why? Why can't you just
Get outta
everyone
here.
just get on with their lives? Studies show that strength training burns more fat than cardio alone and is critical for maintaining muscle mass and bone density as we age. Jacked Up Fitness has the perfect tool. The Jacked Up
Jacked
Power
Up
Rack Pro
Fitness.
is the ultimate
Let's go.
all-in-one
I'm watching this ad.
home gym system for a full body workout. And
Do you want to be a
Jacked
gay?
with
spare room
Pierce.
or garage. I'm delighted to say I now have one
I
myself.
bet you don't.
So if you're new to strength training,
Or
there is a whole library
do.
of full body video workouts.
Do you want to be a
You just press
gaytheist or
play
Joe
and
Rogan?
you follow along.
Up the
Top
left.
quality equipment and first-class content, Jacked Up Fitness makes your fitness goals accessible and convenient. We've teamed up to give you 10% off the Power Rack Pro. Visit getjackedup.com to sign up for the free program and use promo code PEERS,
You're killing the wrong
PIERS,
people.
for your discount.
Yep,
That's
I realize that.
getjackedup.com.
Yeah, so like a way that I would respond to this is by
Where
saying
is
that
this
because
thing?
of the bigotry and dehumanization that exists in our society,
Oh.
it's important to have these things for acceptance to decrease
Hey,
the level of
I'm
bullying
not
that
watching
exists
the
in our
video, but I
society.
do have a
targeted
question whenever
towards
you
the
guys get to a good stopping point.
Where I stop. But I'm trying to kill this guy.
It's about drama that I've been shocked by.
What's that? God, I love drama.
Dude, get out of here.
Do you
Oh
guys
my
do you guys think it's crazy how bad Elon lost the beef?
Did he completely lose? What happened?
He completely lost. He deleted the tweet where he said that Trump was in the Epstein files.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a pretty big loss for me too. I did
He
feel
deleted
like,
that,
yeah.
and then he started retweeting Trump's truth show source stuff again, like agreeing with him.
Oh, he lost, dude. He bent the knee so quick. I didn't even see that.
But then he made a tweet earlier today that I don't know what it means, but I'll read it for you guys.
Okay, excellent.
He said, whatever happens, we have got the spaceships and they do not.
That's a
So
threat.
I don't really know what that means.
Unless he's like talking about, be careful, Dean.
was
He
70?
is aware that like there's no habitable planets out there.
Oh, he's like one shot. But his teammates feeling good.
I'm gonna eat this. Drink it.
Like who is they? Who doesn't have the spaceships?
I don't think he's allowed to fly his spaceships whenever he wants either.
Well, apparently they cut some budgetary stuff that they weren't originally planning to cut a while back, and we don't really have good spaceships from my understanding right now. I might have to look more into it, but I think America might not have good, not America like privately, but like our government doesn't have good spaceships. We have good spaceship contracts.
Yeah,
I know.
NASA doesn't have good spaceships right now.
Yeah, I know, because we suck and we like pulled back the funding for like space stuff.
Well, I love space. It's the final frontier.
Well, people got really mad that we were spending too much money on science and advancement and not enough money on the military.
Oh, Jesus.
So you know, everybody.
Except like the final war is going to be.
It is going to be
space.
against the like lizard god from Scientology.
You know, that wasn't my point, but that is a point.
What's this even do? Any clue?
I just.
Any clue? Any help? Any help?
Oh, I got out of there. You die, buddy.
Damn.
I know you might be mad at me, Dean, but listen, being on my squad is the best thing that can happen. Is I know when to run away.
No, you're fine. Just get out of here and reboot us.
Right, Isaac.
You just pay for it,
Mission
right?
Impossible movies have
Do you have
secretly
it?
been preparing us for. Tom Cruise is
I can just buy you. I can just buy you.
Need to do to defeat the lizard god.
Well, to be
I'm
clear,
Luke,
like
are we at
space
2043
mining
together?
is actually, yeah, I'm at 24. I'm at 2041.
Okay, let me click it real quick, and then it should fix it.
It's about to top all over the place.
Top 10 Isaac moments.
Saying that you have to go to Pride, Pierce. No one's saying that you have to involve yourself with Pride. When I go outside, I live in Los Angeles. I don't see rainbow flags everywhere. So I'm confused what you're talking
In Los
about. You walk down the
Angeles,
street and just,
you must be joking, but you can barely move in Los
live in Los
Angeles.
Angeles.
I've got a house in Beverly Hills. You might as well put a pride flag over the whole place.
I'm sorry. I've been to those areas. Not Pride flags aren't everywhere. And one, you live in Beverly Hills, right? That's specifically like not even right next to downtown. So that's where most of the rainbow flags would be. If you've actually been to LA recently.
Here's my serious point to you. If you actually want to do something constructive, for say the trans community, for example, wandering around with LGBTQ plus, and no one can ever remember now how many letters.
No one can ever even remember now.
You just said it.
It gets well, yeah, it gets bigger
I
and
love
bigger.
when
I
they
see
do that.
one
I
with
love when they
two in
say
it and all
it,
sorts
but
of
then
stuff,
say
and
they
two
don't
spirit, whatever.
remember.
It's all.
All it is IA plus.
I know, but then there's two and everything. It gets ridiculous, right? And this is the problem.
Oh,
with
there's
these
a
things.
2 in
never
there.
ending.
It's ridiculous.
Like, there were 2 genders, then there were 10, then there were 80, then there were 100. All of it's nonsense to me. However,
it wasn't like this, then that,
if you want to think that,
I think it
it's
should
a
just
free
be
world.
called queer.
Here's my point. If you
But
actually
whatever.
want to make a constructive difference to
Yeah,
say,
but I don't like how that
trans
sounds with a
community
southern
and
accent.
trans rights and protect
True.
trans people,
Shut up, you
then
damn
the
Corey.
absolute worst
Yeah,
way to
there's
go
no
about
way to.
that
Well,
I
is
did
the
it.
way that the trans lobby has tried to do
Yeah.
it
So that's
by
a
eroding
lot more to the
women's
sentence
rights
than-
in things
It's like, I'm not
women's
sure-
rights. That is
I'm
extreme.
not sure how I feel about, like, some people say whites, some people say blacks. Like, even some black people will say that. Some white people will say that. Like, not even offensively at all. They'll just say it. And some people act really offended by it. But I'm like,
So
there's no. I just died. There's no way a country accent can say blacks and sound good, all right? Get them. Hey, look at them blacks over there. Okay. No, we're not gonna say that. Not around
about
in these
to get-
parts.
You're about to get taken down off something.
All right, man. Listen, there's some things. Black people can say the N-word with one of them soft days. All right. But
oh
we cannot
my
say the word
gosh, just is it
black
rain?
with the country accent because we will be banned. Country accents have a little bit of a, well, we used to call it antebellum because we thought that was a real pretty way of saying our country got a little fucked up. But you know, rise again. Anyways, yeah. That was not me talking, by the way. That was like a caricature of a person that I've met before that I'm making fun of. I wasn't sure if that was clear. I just want to disavow the character that was just talking.
No, I got you, Dean. Dean's
All right.
really upset about white genocide.
What am I, Grok?
Africa? Look what?
In Africa, South Africa.
Okay. As long as it's not happening north, though.
I saw a clip of Gavin Newsom saying, like, oh, if they want to arrest me, come get me. And the reply to the tweet was somebody going, Gronk, give me a picture of Gavin Newsom in a jumpsuit. Or like a prison uniform.
That's so stupid.
And they did.
Did you see that they were doing, like, put glue on her face?
Oh.
Stop. Move on.
Yeah.
I don't like that all Twitter replies have become is at Grok. Is this true? It makes me like so increasingly furious every time I see it.
It should, at this point, be smart enough to remove the initial question, and then you can just say, like, Grok should answer the question in a way that's like, this is the post now, if you at Grok. I shouldn't have to see that someone asked, actually, like, put at Grok unless I click on it, and I'm curious.
Like, there's so many bot replies anyways now.
Yeah.
And
now you're doubling it up.
Now all the real people are asking a bot to reply. It's like, please,
Yeah, it's so stupid. All right, let me click play here.
So many
Twitter is
trans
such
people
dead
to
internet
mockery,
theory.
abuse, and the rest of it. And
real.
I would say that rather than spending all this time and effort and money on flags in Pride Month, what about just actually getting people together to understand that eroding women's rights is the worst possible thing to promote trans rights? Would you accept that?
For a whole month?
If we were going to be talking about eroding women's rights.
For a month, we're going to talk about trans people in sports. Man, Piers Morgan has one skill, and it is bringing any video in the world to trans people in sports. It's incredible. I'm going to have to look up a transcript. I wonder how many videos he has that has nothing really to do with, I mean, obviously you could say, well, this has to do with it because it has to do with pride and pride of trans people, but it's just like, it just really doesn't, this doesn't even directly have to do with that. But he's going to bring it to it.
Well, it's just this anti-liberal tool, right? Like, it's like asking a Hamas or a Palestinian supporter to condemn Hamas. He asks a feminist to condemn trans people.
That's so funny. Whoa, the moon just dropped.
Rights. We'd have to talk about people that, someone like Andrew Wilson supports, like Donald Trump, who is held civilly liable of sexually abusing women. He bragged about walking the changing rooms.
Let's stick to my question. Don't bring Trump in.
I promise you I'm making a point relative to this. Right. He bragged about walking
bad. Smoky man bad. Smoky man bad.
You're very childish. He bragged about walking.
All you can do is focus on me. You can't even answer to his question, dude. He's just.
I'm promising I'm answering right now. You're cutting me off.
But Smoky man bad.
You're cutting me off. I'm trying to answer it right now. Respectfully, I'm trying to answer it right now, but you're not allowing me to.
Okay, well, answer without distracting into Trump and stuff. Just answer the question.
Well, I'm giving an explanation, right? So he bragged about walking to the changing rooms of girls in Miss USA because he quote-unquote owns the place to inspect them.
Forget Trump. Forget Trump.
I promise you I'm making a point here. Would you like me to
You have to get to the point a bit quicker. Come on.
I promise you I am.
They won't let him get it out.
Specifically.
Oh my God, I just died.
People like Andrew Wilson.
Okay, listen. I don't even know if I'm gonna agree with what he says because you can't. Pierce told him to hurry up, and then Andrew started going, "Smoky man bad, Smoky man bad, Smoky man bad." Like, shut the fuck up, Pierce. I mean, sorry, Andrew. And then as soon as he starts talking, he goes, "All right, we're gonna have to hurry it up now. We're taking up too much time." Well, that's because he's like can't get a thing out. I would actually not only lose my mind, I would actually 1000% lose my train of.
He lost it without even.
Not call that type of stuff out when it's explicitly harmful towards women's rights.
You're playing whataboutery. I'm not interested in whataboutery. Because I haven't done that. So as somebody like me, talk to me, Parker, talk to me, right? As somebody who has always supported.
I was going to refer to trans people.
As someone who's always supported trans rights, trans people's rights. Well, I have always supported trans people's rights to fairness, equality, and safety, right to the point that it began to erode into women's rights to the same thing. And that's my point to you. Why waste all this time, effort, and money on virtue signaling for Pride Month when, in fact, there's a real problem going on which remains unresolved because too many people on the left and too many young people go along with this absolute farce of trans athletes in women's sport, which exposes trans people around the world to extra mockery and abuse.
But you'll
you're saying
condemn the
we're
mockery
you said
from people like Jay Dyer, and these
All
are
he
the
has
mockers.
is ad
You
hominem.
condemn that.
That's
Well, I'm
all he
saying
has.
you're going to get the mockery when there is something so obviously grotesquely unfair.
Can I respond?
Parker,
to
you
this
got your
real-
hand up very politely, so answer me.
Bro, put your hand down. Oh my gosh, dude. These guys have got to learn how to be a little more aggressive. Even though I just said that in a super, like, aggressive. I don't know why it came out like that, but... So I'm not saying I can teach them, all right? I'm not saying that. But they got to learn it. All right, they're going to get on Piers Morgan. That raising your hand thing is not going to work too many more
Donald
times
Trump
than
or
that.
Andrew Wilson.
Yeah, okay. So I can't mention the person on the panel, but specifically
No.
in terms of trans people are not specifically going to be harmful towards women in these particular spaces, given that they've met the conditions of multiple years of HRT.
Have you been
Okay,
okay, sorry, hang on.
Please let me finish.
Parker, you can't make it. Parker, literally as you...
Parker's got to speak slower and more demanding and use less words so it comes out faster.
Said this today. It's been revealed.
I'm finishing, Piers.
Today.
Piers, I'm trying to
Wait
explain.
a minute.
I'm trying to explain, Piers.
You talked about safety.
This is disingenuous.
Literally today, the Algerian gold medal winner in the Paris
haven't been able to
Olympics
speak.
women's boxing has been
Piers, can I
revealed
speak?
to be a man who should never have been competing.
Piers, can I speak?
That's
Piers,
why.
You know how people feel when they're on your panels and you mute them.
Can I speak
Parker?
without interruption, please?
All right, answer.
I've been incredibly
That's funny,
nice on this panel.
actually.
I would love to be.
Is that true? That's what they do? Because Andrew's always talking to them about that. He's always like, even on Twitter, I'll see him say stuff like, "Oh, why you can't debate me without being able to mute? Can't debate without being able to mute."
Their clips
They
are really
they never respond to that, dude. They never say like, "We don't do that." They just try to move past it. So I've always assumed it was true. Should we fight this giant diamond thing, God?
Yeah, but there's somebody hiding. I want to smoke him out before I start a fight.
Be able to speak without
there we
interruption.
go.
Is that okay, Piers?
Yes, but answer my question.
Yeah, I was trying to answer the question. You cut me off. So specifically, I don't think trans people in these spaces would be harmful after multiple years of HRT and or not going through a male puberty, as I've seen no good evidence from any scientific studies that indicate that there would be an unfair biological advantage
Imam
at that
Khalif,
point.
what are you
Not to say,
talking
listen,
about, man?
Listen. I'm still explaining.
Parker, you're
Listen, I'm
talking
not-
complete gibberish,
Can
man.
I please finish?
Imam,
Man, he's really obsessed with that one. It's such like a 0.1% case.
And
It truly is like the only case, isn't it?
and
What'd you say?
and
I said he sure is obsessed with it for
no,
being
I
the
just
only
say
case.
that's a bad argument. There's not that many
What?
cases though. If you're gonna talk about it, you have to talk about it is a fringe thing.
No, I'm just saying that Pierce brings up that one up a lot, as if it's like an everyday occurrence. I just hear him bring up Amon Khalif so much. He's talking about that. You know who I'm talking about?
Sounds like what the Parker
The girl
guy
from the
is
Olymp.
saying
Well,
is that
what?
he would like wants it to be like regulated in a weird way, and I don't think that works either.
I haven't heard about other people make the regulation.
Who's
Like
here?
women have stronger lower body strength and men have stronger upper body strength, so they're actually equal. It just doesn't look like that. But actually women are stronger with their legs, men are stronger with their hands. So it actually if there's a new argument that like you can moderate it, that's fine. But normally I just hear like crazy stuff that makes no sense.
I don't know. There's two separate questions. There's professional and there's like children, and then there's really maybe three there because there's also like high school, because you could consider high school, college, semi-professional.
I think middle school should also be respected.
I'm not saying that you don't respect the different ones. I'm just saying there's different conversations for different levels.
No, I'm saying a middle school boy would still it's still dangerous to have him fight a middle school girl.
A middle school girl.
I think you can make the debate. It's dangerous for a
oftentimes
8-year-old
hitting
girl.
puberty sooner than the boys do, and they get the
Yeah,
growth
middle-
spurt sooner. Like
Middle school
Kylie
might
right
be a
now.
weird one, 'cause, yeah, the girls might actually like beat the boys in middle school. Maybe
Middle
not.
school's so weird.
Maybe a little younger. I was getting ready to say maybe like 8-year-old girls would be 8-year-old boys, But I
you
mean,
would still need weight classes and stuff like that
it'd
for
be
most things for the middle school
because-
era for sure.
I think I was closer to 10 or 11 before. No. I was 11 or 12 maybe before I started being taller than the girls again.
well, then shouldn't the girls not be allowed to play with the boys for their sake?
Yeah, for multiple reasons. There's like something that's like more than just a simple conversation, because at the end of the day, you're trying to get everybody to have a close to fair shot, and people have different opinions of what that is. Because at the same time, you would say like, well, like I'm only 5'6", so how do I get into a fair basketball game or any of the sports that I might be interested in? I can't.
His
so I just
shoes are
say
only like
sports
8'5",
suck.
so it's, I don't know how.
Yeah, I have 8'5"
know.
shoes. That's how tall my shoes are. That makes no sense, Isaac. 8'5". Where'd you even get that number?
Khalif has literally just been exposed as a biological
Brianna's
male
shoes are too
who won
big for him.
Olympic gold in women's
That's
boxing
not true.
and beat up an Italian woman, so badly she quit in 43 seconds and said she thought she was going to die in the ring. So the whole argument you just put forward is literally
pause
disproved
it.
by a news story today.
Okay. This story is weird. I'm not trying to.
It is
I
weird.
really gotta try not to be mean, but that
Yeah,
part of the story
don't-
does.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I do worry about it because I don't want to be a mean person. I understand this girl probably is something that I have, but it's just I'm like bewildered by the like. I feel like maybe she got hit and got in the ring. I'm really confused by the like. She was like, she quit and she was scared she was gonna die.
Well,
I've just
she
never
said
heard of, like, a
afterwards she
professional-
wished she hadn't worded it the way she did because of, and you can have different opinions about this. She could say, well, she's just biased. But she said that basically she wasn't trying to get any hate sent her way. You know what I mean? She wasn't trying to word it like in a way to imply. People were using what she said to imply it was a man. Like full on, like, and knew it and was trying to like sneak it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the like, oh, it hurt me so bad. I just don't. You're a professional fighter. Has she never sparred a guy?
I don't know if they do ever really get punched by somebody.
I mean, you saw like Sneeko fight Sean Strickland, right? And like, yeah, Sneeko got beat up, but he was trying. He was kind of having fun with it. And Sneeko's not a professional
Sean
fighter.
Strickland wasn't punching him at full. There's no way.
Yeah, he was. He knocked him
There's
out.
no way. Yeah, but still.
Dude, John Jones's wife has sparred a dude before.
That is the best joke you've ever made. Thank you, Isaac. That's great. I'm so happy with you right now.
What's so funny about that?
Dude, John Jones' wife gets a lot of sparring practice more with the best fighter in the world. She gets so much. She probably beat me up. She gets private sessions with the best fighter in the world.
All right, we're gonna move on from this. We're gonna press play right now.
Hey, that's the point I was making to you.
John Jones
Sports
to go.
is dangerous.
Here's-
When you allow
here's-
got
biological
it.
men to get in a boxing ring and beat up women, it is dangerous.
Here's, has that person been through multiple years of HRT?
I don't know. I don't care.
Then they haven't
That
met my set of
person is a
criteria.
man.
So how is that a critique of my worldview if they haven't
arbitrary.
met the set
I
of
don't
criteria
care.
that I mentioned?
Everything for
Can I
that
please finish?
position
Can I
is
please mention?
arbitrary.
Can I please mention? Right. So again, let me please finish. Right. I am saying, what if they meet this set of criteria, then they can play. And there's nothing
Can you come
unfair
get me quick?
biologically
Yes, there
speaking.
is,
I
though.
don't
This is
know.
where you're so
Scientifically
deluded.
speaking.
You're
No,
so
no, this is
deluded
you.
because
No,
even
no,
if you
no,
have
Piers,
all the,
Piers,
if you
Piers,
have
let me
all the
respond.
treatment,
Let me
you
respond,
still
Piers.
retain
You
the
have not
body
let me
mass,
respond.
the
Don't
muscle
answer
mass,
that.
the lung capacity. You retain all the
Hey,
biological
Dean, that was the
advantages
perfect time
of
to
being
WT a full squad.
To what?
Please, I'm so mad. I didn't realize that if you
Oh
did
my
the
gosh.
dive after using an impulse, it took away your fall damage protection.
I'm in such
Dean,
a
you're
hallway.
not
I'm gonna have
even-
a panic attack.
Oh, I have the exotic shotgun. I haven't even.
I'm coming so fast, dude. I'm coming so fast. I just couldn't get out of that city. Gosh,
Yeah,
that was
I
like
can't get out of the city
stressing
either.
me out, like giving me claustrophobia.
You actually are coming really fast. Wow, good job, Dean. All right, good job, good job, good job.
Where are you? Where are you?
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was about to get mad.
Sorry.
I was actually
Sorry,
about
man.
to like call you a slur. I'm sorry, man. I love you, man. Sorry about that. I was about to go crazy. I was about to like throw my controller at you. You know, but it's all good. It's all good. Love you. I love you too, Isaac. I love everybody. Anyways, don't kill this guy. I want to see how this new shotgun works. Fuck you.
You sounded like Liam. You said it so quick and easy.
All right, click
Like you've said it more than me in your lifetime.
Sonic is a
Just like Liam.
motherfucker.
Oh, here we go.
Not after
a
multiple
man.
years of HRT. Not
Yes,
after
you
multiple
do.
years of HRT.
Yes, you
Wait,
do.
do you want to bet, Piers? Piers, put money on it. You said you retain every biological advantage.
Muscle
given that
mass,
you have gone through multiple years of
lung
HRT.
capacity.
You don't think muscle
Think
mass
about
You
the
want to bet your
lungs.
goes
entire
down?
savings of your entire life
Let's
that
bet
I'm right
Piers,
and you're wrong?
Piers, let's bet $1,000 right now that there.
Okay, here's where I feel like the argument gets a little weird, and I don't know enough about how like they sanction this stuff in sports to begin with, but we do have limits on. Forget the gender argument for a second. We do have limits on certain things, like when, and sometimes we don't have limits on certain things. So when people have certain conditions, they're not allowed to compete because of unfair advantages. And sometimes there's an argument that like maybe Michael Phelps shouldn't be allowed to compete. He's got like a weird mutation where his like lactic muscles acid does something weird or something, and he's got this like other thing with his arms going
natural.
on. Okay, that's fine that you're saying it's natural, but it's like a strange mutation. I'm not talking about what happens when you
Oh, we're talking about Imagine Dragons.
Okay. Natural's a weird word, Luke. Are steroids natural?
No.
Because steroids increase your growth time period. It's not just like, oh, he's taking steroids right now, he's going to be better when he's during the Olympics, but since he stopped taking steroids, now he's not good anymore. No, the entire steroids is like
I think
a
steroids are
cheating
stupid.
process to begin with.
Yeah, I hate steroids. I think it's
So like
cringe.
you
I think
got
it's cringe.
there, you
I think
got
it's cringe
there.
when
That
UFC
way.
fighters say things like, I do steroids because everyone else does. I like Chael Sonnen. He's one of my favorite people. But I'm really disappointed that he does steroids.
I'm on the team that wants a like full steroid Olympics where it's encouraged.
No, I think steroids actually makes me upset. The idea that you can't compete in the UFC without being on steroids is a popular take. It's very upsetting to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
just
really
want
hate
to
it
do
too.
like zero roid leagues and like only roid leagues.
But then they'll just cheat.
got-
It's disgusting.
You got that guy, what's his name? Goggins. Isn't it Goggins? Who says music is cheating.
I mean,
And
he's
then
right.
you got these guys over
Right.
here who are literally taking a motivation drug. Forget the fact that it helps you build the muscle. It literally makes you want to work out. It literally makes you
Yeah,
want to
but
go like
Goggins-
hard.
Goggins is silly because listen, I think it's cool, but it is pretty funny. He'll go like people online get mad at him because he'll go train with UFC fighters and like make them train until after they puke for their fights. Everyone's like, dude, that doesn't help.
Dang it.
That's not what fighting is. They're like, bleh. And Goggins like, come on, keep going, and everyone's like, this isn't anything to do with fighting.
Jesus Christ, it's
Like
so
your-
funny.
like your
Oh,
dad.
yeah.
Get a real coach. You're a professional fighter.
This isn't what podcasting is.
They're like hitting each other in the head with metal bats. Xiaolong monks.
There are lower biological advantages that would specifically exist given that someone goes through multiple years of HRT, right, relative to estrogen.
No, you're missing my point.
Bet
which
that.
is,
Take that bet.
No, you're
Take that
missing
bet.
my. No, you're missing my point.
Are you going to accept the bet? Yes or no?
You can have
yes or no?
all the HRT treatment in your
$1,000,
life.
Pierce.
You can
That's a
have all the
different bet.
testosterone.
He doesn't
Hang
want
on.
to take that bet.
Let
You
me
won't do
answer.
it.
That's a different
Let me
point.
answer.
You know what I realized, Luke? These guys need to watch some movies. They need to watch
Did you hear what he
Indiana
said?
Jones, and they need to watch James Bond.
Did you hear what he just said though?
I think
What?
gagnostic really doesn't work.
Pierce said, even if you're on the HRT, there's still disadvantages. And then Parker said, okay, $1,000, it's less of an advantage. $1,000 is less of an advantage. That's not the argument, though.
Yeah, correct.
That would
I
be
think
like if
the
you
latest
said,
science is saying that, yeah, there's still some marginal,
yeah.
you know,
Wait, that'd be like
there's still
if-
advantages showing up by the paperwork enough
That'd be
to
like if you
talk about.
said, Luke, you could beat me in a race, but it would be close. And then I go, bet me $1,000 you could beat me in a race. Bet me $1,000 you could beat me in a race. And you're like, no, I didn't say I could beat you. I said, that's not what.
That's not what.
All right,
Luke,
I don't got much longer. So click play.
Okay, but wait, Luke, beat me $1,000 so you can beat me in a race. You think you can?
Yeah,
Do you think you can beat me in a race?
yeah, I could beat you and Isaac in a race.
Yeah,
Where's
you
Isaac
could not
come
beat
from?
me in a race.
How long
but
would the race be?
I'm reasonably faster than you. 100
No,
yards.
you're
Dude,
not.
yourself, like from here to Liam.
100
Liam.
yards?
Luke, from here to
100
Liam.
yards.
From here to Liam.
Well, that's easy.
Okay. On your
I have my
marks.
teleportation sign on
Damn
me,
it.
Liam.
Does Isaac have
Oh.
slip?
I would body Isaac in a race. This is crazy.
Does
Anytime,
he have
any
slip?
place, Isaac. That's not in
Okay.
the next week because I'm kind of
Slip?
sick.
I'm also sick.
Yeah, but I
Slip?
don't really want to race while sick. If you want to race while you're sick, you can enjoy being that
Oh
guy.
my gosh.
Slip?
You're being that guy.
Is
I
that
don't care.
Sissy?
I beat Isaac in a race. Isaac's never seen me go all out with my speed.
Was that Lydia talking or is that
That's
Isaac talking?
just not true.
Name one time you see me go all out with my speed.
Look.
Why do I have to name one time? Name one
All
time
the
you've seen
time.
me do it.
I'm just saying I believe
You're
in
so
myself.
fast,
You're
Luke.
saying
You do
you
it all the
don't
time.
believe in me.
No, I believe in
Luke,
myself.
you always go max.
Okay, no, I hold back all the time.
Oh.
I'm always holding back.
I'm-
I'm
I'm
like,
pretty sure I've raced you before and I've run past you.
I was holding back.
Dang,
Yeah,
he was
okay.
holding back, dude. Stop. He was
You
holding
want to go
back.
for real?
It's
You want to go
serious.
for real?
Dude, I love
Dude,
that.
no, Luke, it's
I love
okay.
that idea.
No,
You
Isaac,
wanna go for
don't.
real,
Don't.
Isaac?
Isaac, don't do it.
I'll go all out this time.
Yeah.
This
Don't
time
do
it'll
it,
be
Isaac.
different.
Don't.
Yeah, okay.
Isaac,
Alright,
you're my
tomorrow.
sister's husband. I can't let you do this. Damn it. I thought that was NBC. Got me down.
I'm Luke
Tomorrow,
Fletcher,
man.
bro.
While we're both
Tomorrow? Why do we
No,
have to do it with
Isaac,
sick?
Isaac,
Why do
don't
we
do
have to?
this.
Why are you being weird about the sick thing? Like, why can't we just wait so we're both not going to be like puking
Well-
and feeling uncomfortable?
Well, I'm not puking. What do you mean?
Sir,
Crashing
I'll
out.
tell
I'm
you
gonna
the
like
bet
cough
I'll
and
make.
faint.
Yeah, but you can beat me in a race.
Okay,
In
back
my
to the video. Ready?
prime, yeah, I can't
Yes,
take off my
back to the
limiters
video,
while
ready?
I'm sick. Okay, fine, we'll race tomorrow. Cool, bro, we'll do it.
Did you guys see what Levi does when he races?
He's probably faster than Isaac. Tell you that.
No, he always touches his
Yeah.
feet. Have you seen that?
No.
He always like presses buttons on both of his shoes every time. He's trying to run
That's so
fast. He like
funny.
bends down and goes. Takes off running.
Do you know about him making people dizzy? His dizzy power?
That's new. No.
He like just randomly started running around me in circles for like way too long, like for a very, very, very long time. And I was very confused, but I was just sitting there. And then he goes, "Now you're dizzy." He got me.
Oh, he must have been doing a Catboy thing. It's probably a Catboy thing because he's been doing super Catboy speed lately. I like how he says
You know-
obviously.
You know what we call it when Isaac goes fast? We call it super slow boy thing.
That's
Oh, I thought
pretty
you were gonna
fast.
say- I thought you were gonna say I was going super cat girl mode, and that's something different.
Ooh, is that one? Is there like something similar but like femme maybe? Like super
All right, click
femme
black.
Catboy? No.
You only got like 10 more
If you want to
minutes.
bet the $1,000, if you want to bet the $1,000 that if you go through testosterone reduction treatment and the rest of it, that you come out of it with a reduced muscle mass or lung capacity or the other things that give men an advantage, take that bet for me.
Yeah. So I will bet after multiple years of HRT specifically relating to estrogen, right, there is a reduction in muscle mass. You want to take that bet, Piers?
I'm
It's
hoping there's
bullshit.
rolls.
Andrew Wilson.
Okay, let's take that bet.
Thank you,
Do you
baby.
want to take it?
Wilson.
Yes or no?
Andrew Wilson.
Yes or no? Do you want to take the bet?
I'm letting Andrew respond to you.
Yeah. So when you're talking specifically about the whole LGBTQ thing has
Don't take the bet.
backfired
Parker is
greatly.
right about this. This is weird that
and it's because
he's not understanding
this
what
whole
he's
thing,
asking him.
fight is astroturfed. It's literally astroturfed. You just showed us how. I mean, you have a massive corporation putting out propaganda for a children's TV show, showing a bunch of hands in a rainbow, this and that. It's very clear that this is backfiring. It's and by the way, the trans movement set the gay rights movement back 20 years or more.
My
You
children.
can't convince us, Parker, even if you're attracted to men who you call women, that the rest of us need to call them women or men. Like they either are or they aren't.
Is this not changing the topic?
You have been trying to convince people forever that there's no way to distinguish these things. It's like, look, the average normal person, they can tell that these guys who go out and go, "Hey, how you doing? My name is Chuck," with long hair are clearly not women, Parker. Like, we know this. And so what happens is you guys gaslight everybody and try to pretend that, hey, you just can't really
Dude.
know. It's too vague. It's
You
you
can
know, we
leave
can't
Chuck
really
out of
get to
this.
the meat and potatoes here. It's like, we do know, Parker, and you have not been able to successfully, with your TikTok brain, convince people that men can be women and women can be men. You haven't done that. And that's one of the reasons that you see Pride falling behind is because of all of this gaslighting. People are rejecting it.
Tax day has
What
passed,
if
but for
Parker-
millions of Americans, that's where the trouble begins.
What if
The
Parker
I-
just started crying right now?
I
That'd
don't
be
know.
the
We're
funniest
not
thing
even.
ever.
I don't even think we're to the part that people are talking about yet, right? Because I think he does
don't
come
know,
down
but-
pretty hard here soon.
What if Parker literally? I just like this specific speech making Parker tear up with like. I don't know, something about that
TikTok
thought is really
brain?
funny to me. Like, you haven't been able to convince everyone that they're women.
All right, here we go.
Addressing that we should have acceptance of gay people. We should have acceptance of people in the LGBTQ+ community. So
Yeah,
that's
isn't it
counterintuitive though, Parker, to
I'd
say
like to add one thing.
clearly,
I would like to add one thing.
clearly, it's backfiring. Like it seems like it's counterintuitive. If you push the
well, there's a
propaganda
mistake that
that
you're
hard,
I
making.
think it's backfiring.
Yeah, it's backfiring.
Let me bring in Danny.
Where's your pride mark
Let me
then?
bring
Where
in
is it?
Danny. Let Danny have a say.
Yeah, right. I want to highlight that what the corporations do, right? I might agree with you. Some of them sell out for Pride, right? They, it's marketable. I might agree with you, but Pride is way more than just what the corporations do. It's how people, identify with their sexuality and, kind of anti-bullying agenda. That's very important in terms of the Pride. Whatever the corporations do, if they sell out, they sell out. But you can still have Pride, whatever they do.
Yeah, you can have Pride,
Well,
but why do you have to have?
Danny, though,
why do you have to have all the
like,
commercialization behind it?
It's not organic, Danny. This is not
Anti-bullying is inherently
organically. This is not organically people coming together anymore to force this. This is a bunch of NGOs
Andrew,
which go
if
to
you
corporations.
if
in
you were
order to
actually
promote
Christian, you would be
this.
in support of Pride. If you were actually Christian, you'd be in support of Pride because you'd be
What?
okay
Oh,
with
yeah?
accepting people.
Is there a cardinal
right?
sin
Yeah,
called
that's what
pride?
Jesus said.
Is there a cardinal sin called?
Why would he think? What version of Christianity does he think Andrew is that he should be okay with Pride?
It's okay.
It's okay.
So funny. No, sorry.
It's not Pride in a literal
Oh, okay.
sense. It's Pride specifically in the sense
you know,
of
That's actually a very good
people
point.
being
Pride is a
celebrated.
sin.
Sense pride.
Why are you celebrating
Not
sin?
good. Wait.
It's not
Yeah,
Pride
you're
in a literal
celebrating
sense.
sin.
She said it was bad. She goes,
Misunderstanding.
it's pretty bad. I'm sorry. And I said, no, it's okay. But it's not like it was like something she
Really?
bought.
That's
She didn't
fair.
like home cook it.
What the heck? I
Bravo,
can't hit.
Good job.
No. I was trying to get it back around that corner. I didn't see them
You
there.
don't have to ruin my fan fiction like that, Luke.
All right, let's try that again.
You're misunderstanding. It's not pride in a literal sense. It's pride in the sense specifically where we're accepting people specifically for being gay, right? For
Yeah,
being
but that's
trans,
not
and that's
Christian.
exactly
They're
what
proud of
Christianity
it.
boundaries. It doesn't
Because they're
accept
proud
everyone.
of it, right?
It's pride in the
Christianity
gay
tells you to
sense.
love
They're proud of it.
everyone and tells you to
It
accept
doesn't
people.
only
Human
say
beings
that.
made in the
It
image
also
of
talks
God.
No, wait,
about
I mean,
boundaries and
it's-
limitations. You
But
have
gay
to have a
people and trans
basis
people-
for virtue versus vice. Christianity is a virtue vice ethic.
Look, I gotta get on Pierce Morgan, dude. This is terrible. This is the best. This is the best white boys you can find for the gay people. Come
Dean,
on.
Can you promise me that if you go on Pierce Morgan, you will cry?
I'll cry.
Please cry. Please cry.
Before they even start, dude. As soon as I start
Please
talking about it, I say,
cry.
what is pride?
As soon-
I'm gonna say,
Can you say please cry and just be like, Pierce, you're being so fair about all of this, but I just these guys on the other side- It lasts
You
too
just start
long.
crying. Just start crying, and then as soon as Pierce asks you to let the other guy speak, and when Pierce asks what's wrong, you're like, "He's being mean.
He's bullying me."
Ethic, and your whole ethos is to defend your own personal vices because your ethics are all purely subjective. You have
Are you
no
proud to be a
basis for
Christian,
rights
Jay?
other
Are you proud to
than
be a
what you
Christian?
say is the case.
Jay, are you proud to be a Christian?
No.
Sure.
Oh, that's a sin.
That's
Pride.
an equivocation.
Oh,
I didn't make
get
the
'em.
argument. I didn't make the
I mean, look,
argument. That's an equivocation.
We're not talking about the cardinal
What's
sin.
an
We're talking about
equivocation
the sense of
fallacy?
pride. We're talking about the sense of pride that matters, to your identity, who you are, Christian.
I said virtue,
gay,
vice,
straight.
ethic, and you used an argument from equivocation. It's two different uses
No,
of the
no,
word.
you're equivocating.
that's what
you brought
Pierce
up the
was
cardinal
doing.
sin.
No. Yes, you are. I didn't say that pride is
Jay,
the sin
Jay,
that is
respectfully, wasn't that exactly what you guys were doing when I said that pride wasn't used in a literal sense, but then you guys equivocated and said that we were...
No,
I
that's what the
didn't make that
Crucible said.
argument.
Not
Andrew
him.
made that argument. I said
Yeah.
you don't
So
have
Andrew
a
made a
basis
mistake.
for virtue
So
or
Andrew made a
vice.
mistake.
Oh
so
my
Andrew
God.
made a mistake.
I said you don't have a
right?
basis for virtue or
No,
vice.
we were basing this around the idea that Parker said. What Parker said specifically here was, well, wait a second. If you're a Christian, you should be all about this. And it's like, no, not really. And you haven't really demonstrated
Luke, what is
how.
that?
Why, Parker? Why is it that we need to support homosexuality as Christians, Parker? Tell us why.
Well, I was saying that you should be loving of thy neighbor as you're referencing specifically people, right? Human beings, right? If you're referencing
Why
Why
people
does
as
that
human
mean we
beings,
have to
qualified as
support
having
homosexuality?
Good job, Dean.
Why do we have to support
I'm
homosexuality?
saying that you have to be accepting of people who are homosexual.
Why
Because
do
you
we
are
need
Christian.
to support homosexuality, Parker?
Okay, we're not saying you need to support like engaging in gay intercourse. We're saying that you need to support people who are gay as they are people created in the
Why?
image of God.
Why do we need to support them? Why do we need to
People created
support
in the
them
image of
in
God.
things that we consider sinful? You want us to support sin?
Wait, I'm not saying
Wait, by
that you should
support,
necessarily
we just mean-
support sin. I'm saying you're supporting the person who engages in sin the same way you're a sinner, and that you engage in sin, yet you should be supported.
so when homosexuals come to the church and they reject homosexuality, they're no longer acting.
But he shouldn't be supported in his sin. That doesn't make sense. Has Parker ever gone? Whatever.
What's that noise? What's the banging?
I don't know.
Might be me. I'm not banging, but
We're not gonna go
No
for too much longer
banging.
anyways, so don't worry
Yeah,
about
that's fine. Don't stress it, man. It's just we have 1,000 viewers right now, so I don't want to scare them off, because we have 1,000 strong.
In that way, they are accepted.
They're
in
not
the church.
rejected.
What are you talking about?
Wait, by
It's
the way,
an
nothing in the
action, it's not
Bible
an
says that
identity.
being
So there's a
being
vice,
gay,
virtue
exactly.
ethic that they're not understanding. It's not an identity, it's a vice.
Wait,
Well,
hold on. So
look,
being-
I want to bring this. I
being
want to
gay
bring
is
the
different
pride
from
bit to an end. We're
engaging
going to
in
move
gay
on to the
intercourse.
last topic. All I would say is, look, I absolutely do not think homosexuality is a sin. I completely respect everyone's right to have any sexuality they like. I just don't see the point in spending a whole month allowing companies.
Why not, though?
to
Just 'cause you
virtue
don't wanna get
signal their
canceled,
way
Pierce?
into making tons of money out of it. I just think it's
Pierce, how long then? Do you want a
grasping commercialization of
Wait,
sexuality
wait, so
that
you
I
just bring
find
the current-
so
Is
objectionable.
your issue just how long? Is it you just want a week or a day? Like, what do you? Is that the
If
issue?
you want to have
the
a
length?
pride day, fine. But why a month? It goes
Wait,
on
does
and
it
on
matter
and
if it's a
on.
month or a day?
Huh?
This is so funny. This is
Does it
so
matter if it's a
funny.
month or a day?
But you
What,
get,
are we gonna have
if it's a day,
necrophilia
it's a
month?
day
Can
longer
we
than I
have
get as a
necrophilia
straight
month?
guy. I mean, what about me? Where's my day?
Are you bullied for being straight?
You don't have the same
Where's that
issue.
at?
Wait,
I
hold
get
on, hold on,
bullied
hold on,
all the time.
Pierce.
I've been bullied on social
Not for
media
being
all
straight.
day.
I love
Not
Pierce.
for being straight. No.
All right, let's move on.
I love Pierce
I want to play a
so
clip from Joe
much,
Rogan.
dude.
I'm going to start with you, Jay, on this.
I get
This is
bullied all
Joe
the time.
Rogan talking about the R word.
Yes, I love Joe Rogan. You can have it, dude.
retarded shows.
I love
where
Joe
they're
Rogan.
screaming is the word
Oh
again.
no, Joe
Retarded.
Rogan.
Yeah.
I
We're
don't
just
love Joe.
talking
Hey,
about
oh,
that.
oh, I don't love Joe
Wait,
Rogan. Whoa,
wait,
whoa,
wait,
whoa,
wait,
whoa,
look,
whoa,
wait.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I think we're on different times.
Whoa,
Whoa. And it's one of
I'm
the-
so sorry.
We were just talking about
You
that.
did it, Daddy.
The word retarded.
No,
Jay,
no.
word.
Luke, you talking to me?
It's one of these retarded shows. Where they're-
Stop.
Who
Joe,
are you talking to?
no. Hang on, I need to clarify. I don't actually like Joe Rogan. Okay, you can play the rest of the video.
You were freaking me out, dude. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? What are you talking about? You're going. What's your timestamp?
I think Luke's like acting like he's streaming.
No. I just said I like Joe Rogan and I misspoke. And then before Joe Rogan talks, I just want to clarify I actually don't like Joe Rogan at all, and I've never been a fan of him. So you can click play.
Oh, okay. I got you. I'm about to die, by the way. People coming.
Word.
Hey, Luke, let me know when you
It's one of
when you
these
get to the
retarded shows
Snapchat.
where
Guys.
they're screaming is the word again. We brought it. We were just talking about
You
that.
did it, Daddy.
The word retarded is back, and it's one of the great culture victories that I think is spurred on probably by podcasts.
Now, Jay, is it a great moment,
Look, I got
a
one
great
down.
cultural victory that the R word
Finished them.
is back, which obviously is short for it's retarded, it's mentally retarded, it's for people who are mentally impaired. It was used in a
Uh-oh.
derogatory way against people who are mentally impaired. Why would that be a
Bad word.
cultural victory to bring that back?
Well, I'm a big fan of the R word because I myself act retarded all the time and I'm proud of it. In fact, I would actually probably get retarded tattooed across my back because I think it is a cultural victory. I'd love to be
That's
able
very
to say
fitting.
what
I would like to get the word retarded
Dean,
on my
help
back
me.
as well. but down low, like on top of my butt, that they call them a tramp stamp, and so that way they would know how hard I'd like to be fucked. Like I want to be fucked.
Bro, you just like stop fighting. What have you been doing? I've been having one of the hardest fights of my life. I'm like 1v1ing my heart out, and I'm watching you
this
watch.
has me flummoxed. All right, buddy.
You were literally on top of the hill. We're all in a fight, Isaac. Me and the guy fall down the hill, and then Dean stayed on the top of the hill watching us have the hardest 1v1 I've ever had in my life.
I wasn't even watching you at all.
Like we fell down the hill, like killing each other, and slowly going down. And then Dean was like, "Whoa, I hope Luke wins."
Oh no! He's in chat. What? What is he saying?
I don't like Joe Rogan. In case Lydia's here.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
It's on my mind. I think. Yeah, I mean, well, these guys.
I would
are
get a
retarded
tattoo on
as
my
an
face, though,
example.
low-key.
So we have panelists that are retarded. So yeah, I love the R word. I'm rated R totally. And I think that it's a freeing thing. It's a way to express the way we express things in the 80s and the 90s without problem. Like, you can go watch Bill Murray comedy movies and they're great because
but people used to hang on. People used to use the
my favorite
N-word,
Black Eyed Peas,
30, 40 years
Black
ago.
Eyed Peas song.
Right? But
yeah,
then
I champion all the comedians.
But that became
use
something that was taboo in society because it was deemed to be very offensive to black people. The R word,
I don't think it is.
the use of the R word is deemed to be
wrong.
very offensive to people who are genuinely mentally impaired, and they don't like.
What is he doing?
That says my favorite Black Eyed Peas song has it in it.
Faces. Look at their.
Good pause.
What is going on in their heads right now? Andrew's looking at it just like this is the kind of conversation I have most nights before I go to bed. So yeah, I'm pretty used to hearing this kind of stuff. But I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah, I think you'd be retarded not to use the R word.
He's making a soy face, like he's like freaking out over there.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I'm sorry. You just said it's
but
justified
there's a
for white
difference
people
between
to say the N-word?
and what's wrong, morally wrong. I don't equate the two.
All right,
Taboos are not
Parker,
equated
your
to morally
response.
wrong.
Here we go.
So here's my question: do you think that Jesus would say the N-word, and do you think Jesus would say the R slur?
Will you bring me a roll, baby?
Jesus does say jokes and slurs in the Gospels. Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
Obviously, Jesus would because Jesus was a black man. So let's start there. Write that down. All right.
Yes, he talks
Does he-
about.
So Jesus
He
would say
talks
the R
about
slur in
the
the N-word.
equivalents in his day.
So
Yeah, he
Jesus
calls
would
people
say the
dogs.
N-word and the R slur.
He
That's
calls
not the
people
same thing as
dogs,
the N-word and the
which
R
is a
slur.
reference to you guys'
Pass
vice.
on him.
Parker, do people in your friendship group ever
Hey
use
man,
the R word?
let's
No, never.
let's think before we say things.
Who's that now?
Me? I was just making fun of him though.
Oh, my bad. I'm not watching the video. I just thought
What did I
you
say?
came up with that. I just thought you came up with that.
Oh, Isaac's not watching the video. That's hilarious. The guy asked him if Jesus would say the N-word in the R slur, and he said, "Yeah, Jesus loves to. Like Jesus would always. Jesus did do that."
My gosh.
And I
Of
said,
course
"Yeah,
he
Jesus
would.
got that pass on him."
Of course, yeah. It's not that the pass. It's not a pass.
It's
He is
NBC,
black.
but Dean. No, oh my gosh, just leave.
What's
It's
up, bud?
NBC.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
go
it's
get
funny.
me.
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad, dude. Yeah, it's totally my bad. That is really my bad. What do these gloves do anything, by the way?
They're like an SMG, but they're weird. Some people think they're OP. I think they kind of suck. They kind of just stress people out.
Yeah, these. Now we are talking. Oops, never mind. I swear it seems like there's like another thing that has to do with these. What?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just a taboo word.
Oh, what?
Yes, I think it's incredibly wrong to use. You shouldn't use it.
People in
And
your
honestly,
friend
the
group
fact
use
that
the
it's-
N-word.
Can I
But,
please?
but
can I
hang-
please
and out of
respond?
interest, Parker, what is your rationale personally for not using it?
I think it's incredibly harmful. In the same way that we don't use other sorts of slurs because they're harmful,
Hey,
I think that we
if your
shouldn't use this word
arguments
because it's harmful.
Hurt my feelings. Should you not argue?
But Jesus said it.
So no, specifically, we're saying it meets a threshold of harm, right?
Whose
Because the
threshold?
R slur and the
Whose threshold?
my
is arbitrary?
threshold, my
Your
threshold.
So
is
it's
arbitrary.
subjective. That's a subjective
Yeah, we're
argument.
talk-
Thank
we're
you. So it's
talk-
only
we're
your
talk- we're
personal
talk-
subjective
Wait,
taste.
we're obviously we're
If
talking
it's
about
your
under
personal
my.
subjective
Can I
taste, then
please
it can
finish?
also
Can I
be
please
mine.
finish?
Okay,
So
well
that's
then.
why-
I actually would like him to explain like the harm and to who it causes it to. Wait, are we on the N word or the R word? I'm completely lost actually.
So dumb.
It's very important to know.
Parker, it doesn't
So
reach
dumb.
our
It's a bad
threshold,
argument.
Parker.
All right,
It
Andrew.
doesn't reach our
fine. That
threshold,
would be.
Parker.
I understand.
Oh my
that
gosh,
would be your
Parker, just
perspective on the
say-
matter, but given my
Why would I say the
perspective,
N-word?
I
That'd be
would say that
really
it meets
mean
my
to black
threshold.
people.
Are you saying it's
I don't
okay
wanna
to use
hurt
the
black-
N-word?
I don't wanna
It's
be mean to black
subjective,
people.
and it does.
I mean,
Why do you gotta like try to? I
he's
don't know.
gonna say, he's essentially
Very
saying
annoying.
it's my personal preference not to say the word. He's literally
You're, like,
essentially saying that
questioning
he's just
him.
fluffing it up.
Wait,
He's
I know,
not.
why is
He's
he
not
fluffing
willing
it
to
up? That's one
say
thing.
any thought behind it. That's why they're pushing him
He,
because they
instead
know
of
that he's
saying I
just.
would date a trans woman, he said trans women do not exceed the barrier that I consider my sexual attraction to women.
There's a
I just
Venn
don't think he needs to talk
diagram
like that.
where some of the women go, but some of the women are more women than some of the other women, and they're more in my Venn diagram. But they're all in the Venn diagram, but some are more Venn diagram than other Venn diagrams. It's like, dude. So your answer is no?
Doesn't work as an argument.
Wait,
Andrew,
wait, why
Andrew,
are
Andrew,
people like,
Andrew,
wait, I
Andrew,
have to ask
Andrew,
you,
hold
why
on,
do
hold
you think-
Yeah. Parker. Is it ever okay to use the word retard?
No. Is it okay for you to use the N-word?
Is it even okay to use the word retard to reference the word retard?
I think it's wrong to use it in general. Can you please use?
Can you
please
answer my
tell me,
question, and then I'll
question?
answer yours? I promise.
I said it's
Is
wrong.
it okay
I said
to
it's wrong.
refer to the word
No.
retard?
Real people
if
pulling
you're
up on us.
explaining the word retard.
Say R slur.
Hurt people pulling up on us.
So you can't. Okay, so you can't even use. So just the word itself. Okay, so here's the thing that's so funny about this, right? Is like ultimately when we say
Am I able to ask a question here?
retarded. Yeah. So I wouldn't use
That's
the
fine.
N-word. Here's why. When I say that if somebody says the N-word, what ends up ultimately happening, there's not really too much in the way of equivocation there. Retard is not actually referring to retarded people, though. Basically, ever.
That's OP.
Nobody ever says it, Parker, to refer to somebody who's actually retarded.
That doesn't change it.
99%
Wait,
of the
wait,
case
hold up.
use
If
of
you're
a
using
word-
N-word to refer to a white person, it's still wrong. Would you use the N-word to refer to a white person?
I mean, in some circumstances,
I'm
I
a white
think that you can
person,
use it in a
and
comedic sense.
everybody around. Oh my God! Look at that face, dude. Why is he so shocked about this?
What did he say?
He says, "Oh yeah, I'll rewind it." But he's like acting shocked that people have different opinions to him about the N-word.
I'm out of
Like as
maths,
if he's
that's
never
cool.
heard.
Dang
Like he's
it.
so shocked that someone would have a different opinion. Also,
I
ignoring
joked
the
it
Bible
about
verse
that,
that
out of
say
math.
not to do and say things that would offend others. Which Bible verses, Lydia? Be exact.
Yeah, the problem is he's saying like if you're gonna, this is a dumb argument. Obviously, if like somebody doesn't know what the R word is and says it, like you have to. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
Would you ever say if you had a gun to your head and
to refer to somebody who's actually
Lydia says Jesus would not get the R word tattooed on his head.
retarded?
Well, apparently he did.
99%
Wait,
of
if
Hey, listen to this right here. Listen to what he says.
There-
Wait, hold up.
use
If
of
you're
a
using
word.
N-word to refer to a white person, it's still wrong. Would you use the N-word to refer to a white person?
I mean, in some circumstances, I think that you can use it in a comedic sense. That's hilarious. Sure.
Dude.
Jesus, after coming back from the dead, walking up to Timothy with the R word tattooed on his head. Yo,
No, Luke. What's your timestamp?
4047.
Watashi no slur society.
53:27.
I'm making a ghetto reference. You're just going full in on these.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, no. Wait, what is yours? 40:37.
Watashi no slur society.
Are you on 40:37?
Mazda.
What are you doing? I don't get your joke. I don't get
I'm
the
on
joke.
40,
I'm lost.
47.
Okay, I'm lost. What's the joke?
Me when I go to Andrew Wilson's house. Yokoso, watashi no slur society. Mazda.
Slur society.
Hado no slursion.
I don't know what this is. This is going over my head, man. Good one, dude.
It's so funny.
You know they say
Gene's still funny
these
'cause
Gen
he, like, read
Alpha
the manga,
guys.
like 40 years ago. Sorry, they read the manga like 10 years ago, and like kind of remembers it. So he knows it, but he also doesn't know it freshly enough to remember the references.
Who?
You know what I mean, Isaac?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Like you've read it, so you know it,
Sorry.
but you also don't know that like the vague thing TikTok would be talking about.
Lydia.
It's just a line. It's just a line Isaac says. That one.
You not want to get Andrew Wilson started on Paul, okay? He's Orthodox. You don't know his shit, all right?
Lydia don't know.
Andrew Wilson would stomp around you. with Corinthians. Let me tell you what.
The problem with using a verse like
white
that,
people
though, is
using
like
the N-word is okay in any circumstance.
Jesus did offend people.
Comedic sense
and
is
Paul did
especially.
offend people.
That's
So you have to
disgusting as fuck. You do it.
Oh my
Obviously.
god!
Right now.
Oh, wait, is that an argument?
Subjective basis.
Is that
There's no
an
basis.
argument, Parker?
Wait, me calling something disgusting because I think it
You guys
goes
have
against my
ever
Oh,
think
you
about
think it's
how Jesus is the
disgusting?
number
Okay,
one
you're right.
argument.
Homosexuality is
That's
disgusting because
Am I
it
able
goes
to
against my
finish?
moral
All right, let me bring
intuitions.
in Danny.
Can I respond?
Let me bring, hang on,
Luke,
hang on,
Luke,
hang on,
Luke,
hang
Luke.
on. Let me bring in Danny.
Luke, when he's a
What-
youth
what,
pastor,
Luke?
he's gonna watch power scaling videos.
About Jesus?
Yeah, he's gonna watch power scaling videos and be like, "Did you guys know that Jesus is the number one in our verse?"
Dude, Jesus is multiversal. He's limitless.
Bro. Someone, I'm obviously not gonna say name names, but a neighbor told me recently that I guess it's like not that recent, 2-3 months ago. They were talking about the N-word, and they were like saying they kept,
How'd you say
you know,
it
they
like
always
that?
refer to me as the N-word.
How'd you
And
introduce
said,
it like you're Steve from Blue's Clues?
Because
Today
it's
we're
the best
gonna
way to
figure
do
out
it.
what the N-word is.
And then
Where is it?
he was like, you know, I really don't
We
mind, and he
just got a
actually
ladder.
he
We just
acted a
got
little
ladder.
offended because I said I you know I just don't really use that word. I was like, I used it in high school because my buddies would be like, yeah, it's fine to use, and you know my friends still tell me today it's fine to use for them and whatever, you know, you just have to know your place, be respectful, whatever. But he kind of acted offended because I kind of was acting like, you know, I'm not gonna say it. I was like, well, let me ask you this: do you let your kids run around saying it? It's like, hell no. Oh, okay.
I don't say it because it doesn't have any aura.
Dean, I can't fathom what your point would be from that story.
Story's weird. Isaac, how much aura do you lose for saying it, you think?
How is it that someone can give me permission to say the word, and
All right,
you
what
guys
if-
get mad at me for
what
not
if-
saying it, and I have to remind him that he doesn't let his own kids say it? So I don't
Okay,
think
what
I
if you
should
show
say
up?
it.
Everyone
All
thought
right,
you were dead.
This
Your
is
girl
too
thought you were
complicated.
dead. But even though
I
your girl
think
thought you were dead, in this moment,
this
when
is the
she
point I'm making.
died to the
This is the point I'm
villain,
making.
she cries out for your name. So it's like,
I
dang, that's
think
how influential I was, right?
you
Your friend's about to
guys
die,
gotta
and then
let
you
me
just
say
you
the
show up.
N-word.
Number one
I'm gonna
starts
say
playing,
it.
right? It's your moment to
gonna
use your
say it.
power. But
He's
it
trying to distract me
perfectly
from saying
works.
it.
It
He knows
perfectly
how much I
works
want
you
to
in
say
this
it.
moment. Stop! It perfectly
He
works you in this
knows.
moment. To
Luke
say the N-word
knows
for
I
aura.
wanna
Do you
say
say
the
it for
N-word.
aura?
Let
I-
me
You lose the amount of aura that the English translation lost when Bakula says protect the Soul Society instead of save the Soul Society.
That's fair, but I do like the English voice actors.
I hate when you guys do this to me.
No, I love
sir?
that's what I'm saying. Like I love
It's
English
my
Bakula.
stream.
I don't know why they
You're
said protect
ignoring
instead of save.
what
I almost want
wanna
to cry
talk
thinking
about.
about it when he's like,
I
"You're not
wanted
even
to talk
supposed
about
to be here." I love that.
the N-word.
I hit so hard.
You guys are trying to talk about.
I like speeches more in
Soul
English just because
Society.
like I know the words, so like you know what I mean. Like specifically
Now he's
speeches
talking
I like
about
more. Zangetsu's speech I like more in
something
English
stupid
just
I
because I
can't even
like hearing
follow
him
along. I
say
don't know what
like.
Zangetsu means.
I love the King and his horse speech in English. It's really fun to hear him say all those words.
I specifically like the looking at you now. I know I feel like I
Oh
could
yeah,
leave
that
you.
one's great.
That makes me. Oh, that's so good
That
in
was great.
English. Gosh,
That's all he
it's beautiful,
does.
man.
I just now realized that's all the dog does is just jump down and jumps up. I thought he like ran around or something.
It's OP, dude. It's one of my favorite items I've ever added. It's like really balanced.
All right, back to the N-word.
This is what NBC said, NBC News, when they covered
is
the
what
return of
we
the R-word. They said,
waited for.
while its use has percolated in the comedy world for years, only recently has the word and discussion of its return become more normalized. That is fueled in no small part by a sense that the tide has turned both culturally and politically against those seeking to keep the word out of the popular lexicon. But the battle lines are not as clear as one might think. And there's no doubt that's true. I mean, what is your view about this?
Doesn't have any aura.
We got to remind ourselves why people like us are against use of the R word, and especially in public places, right?
Yeah.
It's because it was a term, I believe, a technical term for mentally disabled people, and we don't want to demean those people or accidentally offend people that have children or
he's wrong.
relatives or friends. That,
Nope. He
that
doesn't know
are
what he's talking
disabled,
about.
right? And so it has that connotation.
He doesn't
unlike
know what
the
he's
word
talking about.
Dog, when Jesus uses the term dog, right? There's no such connotation.
Is really no one gonna
You
correct
have
on
to be
that?
reminded of why it's considered to be a slur, right? I mean, it's like you forgot.
Wait.
Yeah, but so is like the word.
Does no one know the dog thing?
What?
What Jesus said there was actually like genuinely like racially. It was like crazy like racially. He said like a racist like thing to a girl. But like there's a point to it, obviously. But
was it a Samaritan?
Yeah, he didn't just call her a dog, like, and it was like just to insult her. He was like specifically saying something that had meaning to it. But it is like a super racist thing out of context what he said. As far as I know, it's not just saying dog.
Dude, you can really kill someone with this song. That's crazy what that just did.
Jesus didn't offend the girl, and Jesus wasn't saying it as a joke like these guys are saying. So I don't think Jesus would say a slur as
Luke,
a joke.
real quick. Do you remember the character from Naruto who broke his body up to a whole bunch of pieces and he had a really powerful move? Almighty push!
Oh, yeah, for Air Force.
Hey,
I love Air Force.
Dude, that was such an almighty push. That was so cool. Now I'm gonna almighty push you. That. Now I'm mad at you, dude. You're supposed to be like, thank you, Isaac.
Why was that the only good English voice actor in that whole show?
Dude, Pain is good. So is Madara.
Oh,
so is Naruto.
Push.
What about my village? My people? What about their lives?
Almighty push!
So is the word moron. So is the word moron. The word moron had a really negative societal connotation, and it still does, and people use it all the time, just in lieu of the word retard. They'll just say you're a moron instead of you're a retard. It's like you're hang on. You're begging. Hang on. You're picking and choosing. Yeah, you're picking and choosing which thing to be selectively offended by. You're not. I don't. So like, let me ask you guys this honestly. I want you guys to answer me fucking honestly.
I'm angry.
Does the word retard actually offend you?
Yes. I think it's
especially when
I've been
does
very
it actually
clear.
offend you, Danny? When
Oh,
somebody
that
says
one really makes me mad.
Dude. Yes, it's fucked up. Okay, well, how is it you can say fucked up? Do you know how offensive fucked is to some people? You're bringing up sex too, dude. Fucking is sex. You're saying it's you're saying you want to have
No,
sex.
you don't understand. Have you heard the way Zach says it? Zach Galifianakis. Dude, he shouldn't be allowed to say it. My favorite word.
So with Zach
especially in public
Galifianakis,
places and professional places.
Zach
No,
Galifianakis,
different. That's why he said Zach Galifianakis. Like, who is he talking about? We're on different time
when he
stations.
does
I hate this.
Does it actually offend you, Danny, when somebody
when he does comedy, he does a movie and he makes a joke and says retort.
He was like, I love saying.
Dude, that'd be
I'm
great.
confused the context of what you're referencing.
Wait,
Is he
like
specifically
actually,
trying to
for some
refer to
perspective.
yes.
So now
Yeah,
the
he's trying
context
to allude
If
to
they
the
were
word
gonna talk
retard.
I don't. Okay, then yes, that's wrong.
Why?
Yes, it's wrong.
I thought you
So
were
it's
saying
like
like
I wish
someone-
they
I
would
thought-
voice
I thought you
that.
were- I
that
thought-
references
I thought you-
another word now is wrong, like moron.
So specifically, in terms of the one I thought you were referencing, I thought you were referencing like someone responding to an argument. I thought it's the particular term that you
No,
were using.
Zach Galifianakis in a comedy movie saying retort
I
as a
understand.
joke instead of retard.
So if your
Yeah, and
friend
I think
says
that's
to
incredibly
Parker,
fucked up to use.
Okay, so now also any word.
How do you
that
think he
refers
feels
to the
about
word retard
Sam
is now
Cedar?
wrong, like moron.
I think if you're intentionally
Probably loves
specifically
them.
trying to use a word
Dean, how do you
right
think
in
Parker
place
feels about
specifically
Sam
of the
Cedar?
R slur,
Probably
specifically
literally
as to create the same type
watches
of outcome
every single
as the
video.
R slur.
So any
and I do
word
think
that
No,
comes
but him
up
saying the
I'm
M-word.
sure.
When CM
I'm
Cedar
sure
said the
that-
M-word.
I'm sure he would bend over backwards to say that was not even a joke.
Isaac, you
That
saw I
was
showed
like-
you that clip, right? Where he said moniker, but then he went, or
Yeah,
should I
no,
say?
I know.
That's
I
my
know.
favorite clip in the world because like he so clearly like gets excited. Like I'm gonna say it. Dude,
I'm
he
gonna
did
say
say it.
it.
I don't.
And then did like the gaslighting thing where it's like, no, you're the ridiculous one if that's what you heard. Like, no, he was just making a dumb little joke. Chill. Like, yeah, he was clearly doing it. And then he was like, oh, wait, I'm not supposed to make this joke. This is worse than I realized.
Or
He
should
didn't
I
have a
say?
button like Ethan has.
It's like a dumb dad joke, I bet, and he like has heard
Yeah.
it before.
Yeah, he was like, okay. It's like, oh, shit, my audience is going to hate that one. Let's pretend that I didn't notice that.
That
word is
particular
now wrong.
intention.
I didn't even know the
I
N-word
think
was a
that
thing.
particular intention would.
So you can't
definitely
say
be
the word
wrong.
moron.
I'm
So
just
now
debating.
You can't say the word moron.
You don't necessarily have that intention. It doesn't meet the
so
particular
this is
threshold of harm
you're
as
just
well.
spiraling into insanity because
That's not. I gave two conditions to separate it. I gave two conditions.
Who's-
Wait, it being
your
subjective is not a
conditions are
critique.
arbitrary.
Wait,
They're
wait,
made
wait,
up.
wait. It being
They're
subjective is not a
subjective.
critique. That's not a critique against
Yes,
the
it
view.
is. Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not. How is that a critique?
Yes, it is. If something's purely subjective, then I can come with all the same claims with all the same force, and there's no way to resolve the two. That's why purely subjective arguments fail.
Wait, there not being a resolution, particularly between the moral disagreement of me and you, isn't a critique, particularly of my perspective.
Then you can't say anything is morally wrong. There's no ought from an is.
Wait, I can say something is morally wrong under my perspective. You're misunderstanding subjective morality.
You're not giving it.
Wait, I have a
tell
question.
me why
I have a
it's
question.
wrong morally,
I have a question.
objectively,
Well,
if
then
I
I'll
can
ask you this
also
question.
counter it.
Can I ask you this question? Do you think that morality is true, dependent upon God's stance, or independent of God's stance?
Okay.
Ultimately, it's grounded in God.
Okay, so it's
And God
subjective.
is a subject. Yeah, God is a subject.
No, that's
so.
not a subjective argument. The argument.
Wait, God is a
the argument is
subject.
that it's objective.
God's
And
a
the fact that a
subjective.
person
God is
makes an
subject.
argument doesn't make the argument subjective. Your argument
God is
is
a
pure
subject.
subjectivism.
Is God a
Two
subject?
different things. It's a category error.
Is God a
How's that a
subject?
category error?
It's two different categories. A subjective
Yeah,
argument for
we're
ethics
we're
is
two different people too, right?
different
How's
than
it
a
relevant,
person
right?
who's a subject making an argument. Those are two
The
different
point is that God is a
categories.
subject; He's not an object, right? We're subjects, right? We understand morality in terms of
That's
God.
okay.
That's what
You're
we understand,
equivocating
right?
again.
Look, can we bring this
The
back
fact
to the
that
point
God's
here?
a
hold on,
subject
no,
doesn't mean that
you
it's
wanna
not
run away.
objective. That's
No, you
idiotic.
can't.
Wait, God having his particular view on morality is no different than me having my view because we're both subjects.
The
We can
argument
go
is that
subjective.
it's an
What is it, Jay?
objective
What is the
morality.
subject? Jay, what is the subject?
You're equivocating on the fact.
No. And they're like gonna talk past each other here, because they're saying God's beyond our God is beyond the English concepts that they're trying to use right now. So it's like you can't trap him in like a rhetorical trap when you're saying that like God is absolute. That's the point this guy's making. And he's like, no, it's subjective. It's subjective because it's God's the subject. He's like, yeah, but it's God's absolute will that creation stands upon. So it's not really the same thing in the context of this conversation.
Well, if they use
Not
the
that I
French
believe that. I'm
language.
just saying. If he's gonna address him like that. Get back here.
What is the subject?
Is making an argument
Yeah,
versus the
What do you
argument
think
being
object
subjective.
No, you said
That's a
wait,
philosophical
wait,
category error.
Jay,
This
I asked
is
you
like
if it's
talking
true.
to children.
I asked you.
It's a category error, you idiot.
I gave you the youth throw dilemma. I asked you if it's true dependent upon a stance or independent of a stance. You said it's dependent upon God's stance. That's subjective by
No,
definition.
I said that the argument for Christian ethics is not a subjectivist ethic, and because God is a subject, it doesn't make the system subjective. That's an equivocation
What do you think
error on
subjective
your
means,
part.
Jay? What does subjective mean? What does subjective
Purely
mean, man?
relative to the individual.
Okay,
so
is God
so
an
true
individual?
dependent upon a stance.
Is God an individual?
That doesn't mean that the ethic is
Uh-oh,
subjective.
uh-oh.
It's
Just
an
answer the
objective
question.
ethic. You're
Is
just
God an
rephrasing.
individual?
You're substituting the word individual for subject.
No, God
I'm
is
asking you if God is an individual.
omniscient.
Yes or
He's
no?
not an individual. He's within us all, without us all. He is all of creation itself at the same time, crying out, singing, "Blessed be His He." What are these guys on? Okay, there's a Bible you could just read. I don't even like the damn thing.
Wait, what did they even
That
say?
doesn't mean
God
that the
is
ethics are
morality. Morality is God. So anything that
If
is
you're
not
going,
God
if they're
is
dropping
immoral.
into
But
this
then,
worldview to try to
like,
argue
it's
it,
not
then yeah, that's what they're
subjective because
arguing.
God can't change morality because it is what He is. He wouldn't like it. It's
Oh, you're
it's a
saying God can't do
paradox.
something?
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
yeah, but God can't be inconsistent with itself. Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
you
think
can't have a
God can
married
create a
bachelor.
divine contradiction, Luke?
No, there's no such thing as a married bachelor.
Wait, there's literally.
There's a whole song
You should
about
Google.
it. You die when you're. It's the death of the bachelor. That's the whole thing.
Luke, you should yeah, Death of Bachelor. You should look up divine contradiction.
Subjective.
Yes
that's
or
a
no?
system-
Who's running now?
It's an
Is God an
epistemological
individual?
argument that's
Just answer the
different.
question.
Let me
from-
bring
subject.
Andrew.
This is a
Andrew, you wanted
basic
to.
mistake.
Andrew, you wanted to get in here.
Jay's getting cooked, so he's
what
got
were
to
you
get
gonna
him out.
say?
Jay's getting cooked.
You're making a dumb
Dodge the
mistake of
question.
language.
Hang on. Let Andrew come in, please.
Yeah, so I mean, this is kind of obfuscating from the point. What does any of that have to do with the point of retard? So, and
He
you being
brought up
offended by
subjective
the
morality.
word.
Are you listening?
Yeah, can
What?
you hang on? I'm talking to Parker, not you, Danny. Calm down.
I'm
Wait,
talking
you've
to
been
you,
cutting
Buster.
people off this whole
I don't
time.
understand.
Talking to
I
you,
don't understand,
Buster.
Parker. When a friend of yours comes over and he says something to you like you're in private, and he's like, "Hey, hand me that," and he tosses it, and you miss it, and he goes, "You retard." You literally stop the kind. You go, don't say that. It's very offensive. Do you say that? It's very
I do.
offensive. I really
Every
don't like
time.
it when you say. Do you dress him down, Parker? If you have someone who calls you a retard in a friendly way.
I'm sorry. My mic cut out, so I couldn't hear you.
I want to post
Yeah,
something to
if
Andrew.
you have a friend, shut up, Danny. If you have a friend, Parker, and your buddy comes over and he like tosses you something, and you drop it, and he's like, "You retard!" You dress him down. Do you go? I can't believe it.
I would say
yes.
I would
say the F slur.
That's
I would like to
hurting
say
other
something now to
people's
your
feelings.
response. I would
But
like to
who's
say
around?
yes, I would say
Parker, who's around to be Parker?
Not hard
Who's
to
around to be
understand, Parker.
offended
Dude.
except
Let's
you?
talk.
Who's
I'd like
around
to
to be
talk,
offended
right?
but you?
That
I would like
doesn't
to ask
change whether or
Andrew a
not I think
question.
it's wrong.
Yeah, so
All
I
right,
don't
let
understand.
let Danny respond. Danny.
I want to give Andrew a hypothetical. Suppose there's this unknown society where if you show this signal, everyone's extremely offended. They'll get very angry, like people get angry at typical slurs like the N-word, right? Would you go around just doing this?
Logic? The Vulcan sign for logic.
Do you understand the hypothetical?
What?
Bro, you just made a society where something's the N-word.
So imagine you go to a
Can you use really small?
What did he mean by
really
this?
small words, bro?
Okay, imagine a hypothetical, right, where you're going to a society you don't know about, but all you know is if you do this.
I'm
right,
imagining a hypothetical.
Let me finish. You don't
Oh my
understand
God.
hypothetical, so I'm having to repeat it. So let me finish.
Yeah, repeat
If
it. Use small words.
Let's say this signal is extremely offensive in that society, really offends people. Would you go around just doing this to troll people? Or
Why
would
is
you
he
not
doing
do
the
I would
long and
definitely
prosper
tell him to
thing?
live long and prosper, bro.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're just not
that's
engaging
very
in the hypothetical.
distracting.
You're not a serious person.
What do you
I'm trying
mean?
to
That is
illustrate
serious.
Is that what I'm trying to
I
illustrate
can't
is
get
that
past that. I am also not a serious person. If you're trying to engage me with a hypothetical and you do the
don't come in here.
Star
Don't come in
Trek
here,
thing
guys.
to me,
Clear.
I'm gonna have to address it. It's
Run, dude.
unaddressable. Why?
Because those guys are push a bit, and I'm low health.
I'm
You're
full
gonna
on
get
full, bro. They're fighting.
Alright, go fight them.
No, they're fighting a different team that just killed them. I'm gonna let them go loot that guy. They probably think. No, let's see.
I'm gonna heal, then I'll come back.
Let's see what happens right. No, they're moving too much. Hang on. There it is. Dang. 53. I suck at this. I gotta get used to this gun.
97.
It's right there. Nope, he's up. Nice job. Careful, I think there might be someone at the top of the hills.
I want to get S plus before the game's over, but it's really hard to get S plus. Do you get ranked
does
by
that do?
opening? I don't know. I upgrade your boons. I don't know if it gives you more boons though. Do you get ranked for opening chests?
The last one that you get is Benson Boone.
Oh, nice backflips.
Dang, it's hard to get. It's hard to get S plus though. We killed 2 bosses and have 13 kills. People online are knocking each other over and over again and reviving each other so that they can get rank up.
That's funny. All right, here we go.
Shoot,
If a
I
term
made a huge
really
mistake.
offends a friend of someone, right, or a family member or something like that, why would you use the term but to piss them off?
The trouble is that we've got to a place in our society where the language police are now so out of control that we can't even use the word in
Luke,
hospitals.
Oh, you're getting
Mother.
We can't even
Because
use the
somebody
R
who is a
today.
trans person, trans man, who's having a
Can't
baby
even use my favorite
objects
slur.
to the word mother. And that's the problem with language police, is that if there's
Brits
no
have a load of
natural
them.
societal limitation to
no.
it,
Guys,
it's
it's-
never
oh, yeah,
ending.
I look like they-
Somebody
Take all damage.
somewhere will always be a
Isaac, he goes, the language police have got to a point in society where we can't even use it. Favorite slurs.
My favorite slurs.
Dude, we're still not gonna get S plus. Dang.
They had the whole South Park episode
I'm
about
getting
that one
pushed.
slur, and now we can't even say that.
I'm about to die. I have no more
Push him
health. And
away.
they're pushing me.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
I'm just gonna run away and just.
Yeah, keep running. I'm gonna keep.
We're gonna have to
him
find a
off
way in because I don't have any health.
you. I got plenty of health for you. Where are you?
Dang it! I missed all my shots.
see it?
I'm coming to you. Oh shoot!
No, I
I'm
threw
in.
it to you. I threw it to you. Dang it!
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Just focus on him. Focus on him.
I'm healing back up.
He's
I'm not
pushing
sure I
me.
got shot
I should
from.
be able to sneak away from him. There's one on me.
He's on top of you.
How's it going, man? This
You
is
ready?
live. That that next pallet goes down to seasonal, and then that last pallet over there is overstock.
He's way gone. You see him?
Yeah. He's a runner. He's a truck.
Stay together. Stay together. So someone just
Well, let's
tagged
push
me.
him together, right? Or push the other one together.
Yep. Which way do we want to go?
This one. He's AR spamming me from the back. 60, 121. He's cracked. I'm a little hurt, but if we both push him together, he's right here. He's right here.
Behind us. Behind us.
Got him.
I'm stuck. I messed up.
Dead.
Boom.
Yeah, when you get S+, I think you get all the boons.
Well, we got it,
So
right?
you become like
Offended
Goku. Yeah.
by a word somewhere. And at the moment in society, it's like there are 1,000 words that upset people. That's my problem with it.
And Danny, what do you do?
With like,
Put it on 2.5 and we'll finish the video super quick.
Parker, you want to respond to that?
Let me see it.
No, I want to respond to this
I
particular.
need to go to the bathroom and
Christians get
shower. I was on
oftentimes
way
very-
longer than I wanted. It was fun.
How much is
angry
left of
about-
the video? Okay, just a few more left. Yeah, just a little bit left. Okay, we'll finish it off, and then we have a video I can post.
specific terms you use, whether it be in the context of their particular beliefs, whether it be transubstantiation, calling them a cannibal specifically under their view, if it is the case that they think it's the actual like body and blood of Christ that they're eating specifically within and drinking within communion, right? That us calling them a cannibal, they get really, really angry with, or us blaspheming the Holy Spirit, they get really angry with.
And you don't seem to care about doing that, do you?
No, I don't. They're the tone police.
Yeah, right.
You guys
So,
don't talk, you guys don't talk about that. No, it's not because I'm not a Christian. I don't hold those perspectives.
Yeah, but
Well, hang on. That's okay. Hang on. That is fascinating.
Wait a minute. What? How did he say that in good faith? He literally just said, people get offended because I look at their religious practices and I call them a cannibal because they have like what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Like
Communion.
a metaphorical thing that they do.
Well,
and he goes, yeah, people tell you that's offensive and you don't care. And he goes, no, I don't.
It's not metaphorical to Andrew.
Yeah, I think he actually literally believes it turns into the
transfusion,
inside of you, doesn't he? Doesn't he
yeah,
believe
Orthodox
that?
believe
Is
in
that
the
Orthodox?
transfusion. Yeah,
Oof,
they believe
dude.
in the transfusion. Transfusion.
That's some Ben
I'm pretty
10
sure.
shit, dude. That's pretty cool.
But I'm pretty sure I've heard the argument before that the problem is when you read the Bible, you're like you're reading them trying to explain communion as a holy thing, and like the writer is trying to make sure you get the idea that it's super important, super special as a writer using historical words, but it's not necessarily him explaining I don't know. It's weird. It's complicated.
Yeah.
People get pretty mad about it. I've seen Orthodox people. Give me one.
He left me.
Sorry,
Take a
Han.
quick. You're good.
Shit. Hang on, let me text you really quick.
Let me do what? That is so cold. Wait, did I already get that? Oh, I get that next? Oh, yeah. I think I like the skinnier one better.
We look at the text I sent you.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're trying to say. Sorry, I read it wrong.
I can stay in
No
chat
worries.
until the video's over now.
Okay, well, at least yeah, just do that at least. No worries.
Peace out.
All right, peace, dude. All right, he's gone. We're going to finish up the video so we can end it out. If you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe.
So, in other words, you don't mind doing the slur against Andrew over things he cares very passionately about religion because you don't share his religion. Therefore, you can't offend him. Therefore, you can't offend him.
How is that a slur?
He said, would you use the word cannibal? You said, yeah, you wouldn't care.
That's not a slur. That's not a slur.
It is to him. It is to him.
What offended people?
Luke, will you watch me on Twitch and see if it's the same as it looks on YouTube and stuff?
See, so hang on. So Parker, you decide what. Hang on, just to be clear, Parker, you are the slur monitor, are you? You decide what isn't a slur, and therefore you, Parker, can say what the fuck you like, so long as you have decided it's not a slur. You see the flaw in the argument?
It's all
Obviously, we have definitions on what slurs are. I don't know why that's a confusing thing to you. Do you have a definition? Obviously, you have a definition.
I would say saying to a Christian that he's a cannibal because of communion or whatever, I think it's utterly offensive. Yeah, and a slur. Because you don't share the religion, therefore you, language monitor Parker, have decided it's not a slur. And so as long as you don't think it's a slur, and this is my problem with your generation, is that you're so easily offended, except when you're offending everybody else.
Wait, if it genuinely is the case that it leads to a particular level of harm that I would say meets my particular threshold of harm, I would say we shouldn't use that term. All I was doing is describing specifically there are terms and words Christians think are very harmful.
Well, cannibalism is a criminal offense.
Listen.
Parker, there's a lot more Christians.
Cannibalism is a crime. You're accusing it of him of being a criminal.
No, actually, you're equivocating because I'm using their own definition of the term cannibal specifically because it is the case that you're equivocating. Because that's not. I don't think it's actually like the body and blood of Christ. So they didn't actually, in a meaningful sense, violate any laws. Does that make sense?
And I don't think I'm actually calling somebody mentally, slow when I say retard either, Parker. So what?
It still meets a particular threshold of harm that I can.
Okay, well, it meets a threshold of harm to me.
Man, it's so many words. What's the threshold of harm? It's so many words. It's so many words to not get his point across. It's all the only people who are going to agree with him are the people who already do.
All right, we've got to leave it there. It's been a fascinating clash of... Hang on, we've got to leave it there. It's been a great clash of cultures. I think we should do this again. I think both sides are learning from each other and beginning to bond.
Luke, you should sit in for 3 more seconds, dude. It's over.
Okay, you can keep interrupting, buddy. You're so scared.
Boom. All right. There we go. Great night. Lydia, Luke, Isaac, thanks for coming out. I think I'm going to call it here. I did. I'll probably be back on tomorrow. But I'm going to bed. See ya. Good, everyone. Good night, Leah.